The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, Mortal Kombat 11. I was going to do like the Raiden voice, but...
You just burped instead?
No, I didn't burp. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat.
Shall we play a game?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the remixed intro. We're trying to get Craig's attention. I am not Craig.
I am Craig.
And this is Cameron.
And
Zach. Sorry, man.
Yeah, we have Zach on again. He is going to help us stumble our way through the kind of incoherent Mortal Kombat 11 story. I thought the Mortal Kombat series was more canonically, a thing. But I guess Craig just told me, like, kind of starts with 9. This storyline.
Yeah, this storyline starts with 9.
Yep.
So 9, do they have, like, the OG Sub-Zero in 9 and shit?
Yeah, so basically 9 was like a reset of the entire series.
And they sped some stuff up, too, like the cybernetic, like the Lin Kuei and stuff.
Yeah, they kind of, like, glossed over everything that they had done in the past, like, 8 games or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of like reset the story. So like, oh yeah, the main goal is to stop Shao Kahn from like merging the worlds and all that shit.
I think that's like been the whole goal for a lot of the Mortal Kombat.
I mean, yeah, but
Right,
that's when they like started making a set story.
Yeah. It was weird because they showed characters like in 9 anyway that like hadn't been introduced till later to like Deception and Deadly Alliance, but they were like, oh, they're here the whole time. And it's like,
yeah, they basically brought
in
in like a bunch of other characters to like set up the world more. And then with 10, they basically continued the story with Shinnok, who's the god of evil and death.
I don't think he was evil, but he turned evil because he wanted more power.
Yeah, and he had like some bullshit amulet that made him like way stronger.
Yeah, that corrupts people apparently.
Yeah, and basically the story of that was like set 20 years after 9, where a few of the characters like had children, and then they started fighting up with Shinnok. And
because how do you keep
died.
a series relevant? By bringing in their fucking children, Boruto.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, so I guess that's where we are. I don't know. I played like a second of 9 and some 10. And it was fun, but I don't know. I don't really know jack shit about Mortal Kombat, I guess, other than the movies, which, we all love.
The cinematic masterpieces.
Yeah.
Known as Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Aren't they making a new Mortal Kombat movie?
They are. They've already announced Sub-Zero. It's the main guy from The Raid. Is going to be Bi-Han.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, The Raid is such a good movie.
The director
this is
too.
Gonna have great.
Oh, dude, I'm happy.
Great
Especially because the
fighting.
director was like, "It is going to be R. There will be fatalities. It will be fucked." And I'm like,
Oh my God.
"It's all I want."
All right, this is already shaping up to be the greatest. Video
As long as
game
Ronda
movie of all
Rousey
time.
doesn't play Sonya Blade in the movie.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
that's a no-go for me.
Yeah.
Oh, just the fact that they brought in one of the dudes from The Raid, like that movie is so good.
I mean, a legit martial artist.
yeah, like that fucking movie. I was blown away by the combat in that movie. The action in that movie is fucking amazing.
Which, I
and
mean,
it's just solid 2 hours. Of
I guess
mind blowing.
spoiler for like this like story of like all Mortal Kombat. I mean, if he's going to be Bi-Han, then that would mean he'd come back as Noob Saibot
Yeah.
later, and he'd be a good bad guy. It'd be fun
Yeah,
if they get that far. But
Yeah. can't wait to see who they get for Scorpion.
It's probably going to be... I'd say Michael Cera would be a good Scorpion.
Michael Cera?
God, your face on that was amazing.
What about like Nick Cage? He already played a guy that's flamed and has like whips.
Oh, and he had a chain? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
He was born to play Scorpion, I think.
No.
Sub-Zero.
Did you ever watch the web series Mortal Kombat they did?
No.
I don't know the director.
Oh,
I only have the first
yeah,
4 he did because that's all they released on Blu-ray. But they're fucking dope.
saw
They're
a couple
so
of
good.
those.
That guy's
Yeah.
a genius.
Yeah, they have a Mortal Kombat 3-pack thing that comes with
Yeah.
movies and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
entire series.
God, it's so good. The series was amazing. I love
Yeah.
that series.
Yeah, a lot of the fans. That's
You know-
kind of the one they go for.
Freaking oh, man. Damn it, what's his name?
I don't know. What are you?
Yeah, what is it? What does he do?
What? Yeah, what is it? We gotta do.
This is gonna fucking
It's 20 questions, Greg. You
Johnny
gotta.
Cage, Scorpion,
no
Reptile.
I'm trying to think of an actor right now.
Oh,
Brad Pitt,
No, this
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
this honestly hurts right now,
What are
and
they
I'm
in?
embarrassed to say who it is.
What are they in?
Oh, it's John Wick.
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
As
Keanu Reeves.
Kenshi?
There we go. Oh my god, yeah, Kenshi. That would be amazing.
You've seen that art? It looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, give me Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves. Yes, yeah, Cyberpunk 2099 like already was something I was looking forward to the most. But then they showed Keanu Reeves, and I was like, just blew my load. It's like that's it.
I don't know if I like actors being in video games.
No, it's gonna work.
What if you were in a game, Craig?
If I was in a game, I'm
King
not
K.
an actor.
Rule.
But like,
I would
would
be
you?
an amazing
Would
King
you be?
K. Rool.
Would you be okay with like podcasts?
And I would
or
also
something?
be an amazing King DDD.
God, yeah, I don't know. I think that sounds pretty cool for the Mortal Kombat movie. Maybe it's the next good or okay video game movie.
If they make it like a normal like martial arts movie, I think it'll be amazing.
Yeah, that could be pretty good. I mean, it seems like a movie that wouldn't be that hard to make.
No, especially if
Good.
they with a good director behind it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I say that about a lot of the movies that are based on video games, and they never turn out.
Well,
Yeah, no, I
for
agree.
a martial arts movie, you mostly want to see sweet ass action. So, like, as long as they have action that's on par with the Raid,
Yeah,
I would be totally
Well,
fine
but
with
like,
that.
but like, yeah, that and then mixed in with like throwing fucking icicles or like
Oh,
shit
yeah.
like that. It
Yeah.
would, oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
This has potential immediately. So,
yeah. We'll just have to see. Yeah, so we're gonna do Mortal Kombat 11 today, guys. All 4 of us played it, so this should be interesting.
Yeah.
Have a 4-person review again. Yeah. What have you guys been playing this week?
I've been playing Craig.
I've been playing some Mortal Kombat 11. I started playing some Mass Effect, and I played a bunch of For Honor. So,
Oh, cool. When did you play that? Yesterday?
yeah, we played some For Honor yesterday.
Oh, sounds fun.
Yeah. You'll have to join us for it one time where you actually get in a match.
Maybe, yeah. If it ever happens. If it
I
can.
downloaded it after you yelled at me, so
Yeah. You should just have an external hard drive, dude.
that's why I downloaded it. I went and bought one.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So
what are you?
I'm in the process of downloading all the multiplayer.
Like, what are you, poor? Don't you have like 4 jobs? Like,
I have one job, and yes, I'm poor because I buy action figures.
what? Dude, come on. At least you got the. How big is it? How big's the hard drive?
12 inches. Oh, sorry, the hard drive.
It's a long hard
I
drive.
think it's. What did I tell you guys? Because you guys were like,
2 terabyte, wasn't it?
everything was just 2.
Yeah, it was a 2 or
that's
3,
good.
something
Because
like that.
you were debating between a 2 and a 4, and
That's
I'm like,
right.
4 is
4's a lot.
little much.
Yeah.
2, like 1, and
I got a
hardly ever
3.
have to delete games.
Yeah, I have a 3, and I have all of Jake's games and my games, and then
Right.
every single one is downloaded. It's like 100-something games.
that's pretty dope. Okay, that makes me feel.
and
okay.
it's barely used, dude. It's fucking nuts. It's crazy. I don't know how the fucking PS4s. I guess I only have 250 though. That's why. That's why it sucks so bad because it's like 250 gigs, and then the system's like 80 gigs.
The only
you know?
thing that I'd want to have happen, though, does the PS4, does it have a USB 3.0 port?
I don't know if it has 3.0.
Because that's the one thing that I noticed just recently.
I
is
think the
loading
pros
games off of
do.
the external hard drive.
Yeah, it takes time.
It takes time, and so I wanted a solid state external drive, and then a USB 3.0 port on the next.
You will have a 3.0 for sure on the
Yeah,
next one.
because it's stupid how slow sometimes these games.
You could
are.
ask, you could ask Jake to make sure, but I think the pros do have a 3.0
Yeah,
USB ports.
The real nightmare, Cameron, is an update to a game on your hard drive because it has to. You have to download the update, so it takes forever to download the For Honor update, like it did for me the other day, and then it has to install the update onto the hard drive, the external, and that took time. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I found that. Yeah, that's
So it's
worse.
definitely not a fucking 3.0 on those kind of speeds for that hard drive to be taking that long. Plus, they like cuntishly said no more to the first hard drive that I bought. That was like, it's like also 2 or 3 terabytes. But then they're like, oh, this one's not compatible anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? It was compatible when I bought it. So now I have like a dud hard drive.
Dude, that's shit.
I know.
That's horse shit.
That hard drive needs its own external power supply though, so I kind of hate it.
The PS4 basic. PS4 is packed with USB 3.0, and the Pro version has 3.1.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems really slow for
that-
3.0.
was that
Be the hard
generation-
drive. It could just be the hard drive you have is not 3.0 spec.
Was that Generation 1 PlayStation
Yeah,
4?
Generation
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
The PS4 is packed with USB 3.0. Pro version has 3.1, both Gen 1.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Well, there we
The
go.
PS4 USB 3.0 has super speed transfer rate of 5 gigabits a second.
Super speed's a bit stretching it.
It could just be the hard drive that you have is not 3.0.
I don't know if it is. Yeah, I don't know.
So
It's a nice one though. It's way nicer than the other
I know
one.
mine isn't a 3.0, and it does take forever to load. But it
Yeah.
was like $80 for a 3 terabyte, so it's not too bad.
I feel like the system's starting to age though. Like now that tech is everything's moving faster and faster. It's not feeling like a PS3 at it's the end of its life, but like every once in a while when you tap that PlayStation button and it takes a little bit longer, you're like, come on, what's going on here?
It is like 7 years old.
Yeah, it's getting up there.
It's dog years, bro.
I don't think it's 7. Didn't it come out in like 2013?
Yeah,
Is it
okay, so it'd be
2020, motherfucker?
like 6.
Yeah. Still, though, that is pretty old for a console that was already outdated when they printed the fuckers and they built them, so... You know. Yeah. Cool. That's it for you, Craig? That's all you've been playing?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Ken?
Oh, actually, one
Oh, wait.
more. I played Dragon Quest Builders 2.
How's that?
There you go.
What are you guys laughing at? It's fucking side jokes.
it's just. What about you, Cameron? Craig's like, oh yes.
Cameron
my
opens his mouth
library
and
of games.
he's like,
It's because I just instantly remembered
My
one more thing.
library of games I played.
Yeah, yeah.
This week, I've really only played Mortal Kombat. I did play a little bit of For Honor. However, there is an issue with my PlayStation currently where I don't know if it's the entire PlayStation itself or it's just the For Honor game itself, but I'm thinking that the issue is a bit further than that just because Schweiss and I had trouble connecting. But For Honor, in the game, it says my NAT type is set to strict, but when I check my connection, it says my NAT type is set to 2 or moderate within the PlayStation. I went in and forwarded all of the ports that need to be forwarded for Honor and for the PlayStation Network. And then, still fucking strict, I went and set up a DMZ for my PlayStation IP, set up a static IP address for my PC, or for my PlayStation. And static IP, went in and set up a DMZ for it through my router, and still it says my NAT type is strict in For Honor. And I have no fucking clue, because it's impossible now. Because when you set your console to a DMZ, it means there's no security restrictions ever. It's like the least secure thing you can do. Strongly discouraged to do this, by the way, especially for your PC, because you need some sort of firewall protection for your PC. But when it's a console, there are less like attacks to your console, and they have to know what IP address of the console is within your network. They have to know a lot of stuff to get to your console. So it's still not 100% safe, but it's harder to hack something like that. But still fucking strict when I boot up fucking For Honor. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I know. I don't understand it. I don't
And
get...
it's not Yeah, oh man, it's something with the game or it's something with the PS4 right now because everything else is set up the way it should be.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
So you tried to set it up over here too, and it didn't work. for me
Well,
either.
you reset your router.
I didn't reset shit.
because your password changed.
No, it didn't. We changed it, and then it went back to the old one. I
All
just
I
had
did
to
over
reconnect
here
all my
was forward
devices.
ports and set up a static IP address for your PS4.
It didn't set up shit, man.
Then go back in there and set it up.
I fucking can't. You
What?
can. I can't. I don't know how to do that. It's fucking.
It's easy.
Oh, if it's easy, then why didn't it work?
Cause I don't know.
I don't either.
It's easy to set up ports to forward your fucking ports for the PlayStation chat for games, and then
we need a fucking a go between. We need a chat launderer. We have to have like a Zach
chat
or a
launderer.
Craig on so that we can both talk to each other, or else Cameron and I get Nat type fucked.
I might
and
just
then-
find a new router modem. Today.
I kind of think I need to also because mine's kind of a piece of shit actually.
But again, I don't know if that's the issue.
Haven't you had
because-
that same modem for
because
forever?
Yeah.
The issue is probably within the network for my apartment complex and not just my apartment because I also grabbed a switch, Netgear switch, and I have the main internet in for my building, for my room. I have it going into the switch and then a line directly to my PS4 instead. And it still says NAT type is strict. So there's probably something in the network room of the apartment that's fucked up, and that's something I can't actually go change.
Yeah, maybe. It's so annoying though. Like it's so ridiculous. Fucking A. I wanted to fight Cameron, but then I couldn't. So it sucked. All right, Zach. What about you?
So I played For Honor, Battlefield 5.
Oh yeah, I did play a little
Marvel
Battlefield
Ultimate
5.
Alliance 3.
Did Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I was against some Mortal Kombat. So wanted to get back ready, ready for the show. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Let's see, I played a ton of Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light, and I also played a bunch, like 9.5+ hours of Mortal Kombat 11 this week. And I played Horizon Chase Turbo for like maybe an hour, beat a couple records, called it good. And I want to go back and play that to finish it, but just don't have time right now.
Where are you at in that?
I think I'm on the final one for the U.S. And I just went through and I got like all of the medals and like I'm trying to 100% it as I go along. So not very far,
You
but
getting the super trophies?
I'm trying to. Yeah.
You unlock the, well, it's not exactly the Batmobile, but it's very close to
Yeah.
the Batmobile.
It's kind of a fun callback to those old racers.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It reminds me a lot of, fuck, what is it called? It's Cruisin' USA and
Yeah.
Cruisin' World.
Yeah.
And you played that at the quarters
Yeah.
when we went there. Yeah. It's a lot like those games.
Cruising USA.
Yeah, that's like the ultimate racer, arcade racer. But yeah, it's pretty similar to that. It's in the same vein. So I enjoyed it. I can't wait to go back and just mop it all up, finish that game. Yeah, once I finish 4 Heroes of Light, I can probably do that. It'll give me a little more time. But we know what everyone has been playing this week. But the real question, some would say the only question, has anyone beaten a game this week?
Nope.
Yes, Mortal Kombat.
All right. What about you, Zach?
Nothing but my meat.
There you go. Nothing
You
much.
should put that on there. You should put by Zach's name. Just be like his meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I was gonna try to beat Ultimate Alliance last night, but Craig made me play For Honor, so
How close are you to the end of that?
I'm like halfway. But it's a short game. Like it's not hard. I could beat it. There's only 10 chapters.
You're only on chapter 5.
Yeah,
Oh.
I haven't played it like a lot because I found out how good For Honor was, so I've been playing that a lot.
Nice. All right. I also beat Mortal Kombat 11. So the new Decline Hog for the hosts is as follows: Caleb Craig, King Hog with 32 games beaten. I am in second place with 21, And Cameron, somehow, 9. I don't know how we managed this, but we have. No, I think most of it for me is the Final Fantasy games that I have, because on there's like 8 of them this year. So that's probably why I have so many more games than Cameron. Yeah, we got a question, Craig? We got anything from the people? Need to answer?
I think I was told we got something on the Discord, but I don't have the Discord app on my phone, or maybe I do. Do you have it on your computer?
I have it on my phone and my computer because I care about our community, Craig.
Hey, it's not my fault people started asking questions in the Discord.
You wanted more questions?
I don't know who told them to do that.
Hey, man, questions from anywhere are important. Discord, Twitter, Facebook.
God damn, it's making me re-log into the fucking Discord. Fuck you, Discord. How dare you do this? Really? It's going to try and make me verify it through my fucking email?
All right, I got it.
Fuck you, Discord.
I got it. It's A for Extreme. He asks us, what are some underappreciated multiplayer games that you guys think people slept on? Like multiplayer games that you guys personally had a great time with but never got popular. His vote is for Warhawk and Starhawk on PS3.
I remember hearing about Starhawk, but I never actually played it.
Yeah.
I heard that one wasn't that great. Wasn't that one of the ones that had like a 99 player cap or something like that?
I don't know how big it was. There are some big ass ones on PS3 though. They were really playing around with the like massive online.
Yeah, I
game
remember
thing.
a few of them experimenting. I thought that was one of them.
I can't remember what the big one was. I remember what the
was it Defiance? Is that the big one?
No. It had some.
I think
really
I know what you're
plain
talking.
Name.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It's the first one that they were making a big deal about.
Yeah, and it wasn't really that great.
Yeah.
When it came out,
because like it had a shitload of lag and shit.
Yeah. Mag.
Oh
Mag
yeah,
is
yeah,
what it was.
Mag.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Mag was not great, but it was cool. It was a cool concept. Tons of people playing it at once.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that.
It probably works better on PS4.
Yeah. You know what? I would say
I think most of that game's problems, as far as I know, were like the network problems.
a game that everyone slept on, Resident Evil Outbreak. You didn't appreciate the online, and now it's fucking gone.
I was waiting for you to bring that up.
And that's all I want. All I want is to play Outbreak, man. I want to play it. I'm building my fucking hard drive. I bought a compatible hard drive for the PS2's expansion bay 3 days ago. The last time I just looked at the top one on that list, Googled it, found the price, and it was like $200, and I was like, that's not happening. We're not doing the expansion bay. But then this time I was like, I just went down the line and I was like 60 or under, and I found one that was 20 gigs for $60, and I bought that fucker.
Dude, you just gotta send a really impassioned email to fucking Capcom and be like, hey, I need you guys to remaster this like immediately.
I don't even need a remaster. I just need one server.
What if, Schweiss, though, what if they put it online, had no load times, had trophies, and you could play it on your PS4?
I would pre-order that. I would pre-order multiple copies of that.
Just tell them who you are. You're Schweiss from the Nude Clan.
Yeah, it's like, guys,
I want this fucking game now.
We've reviewed 2 of your newest games this year, and they're the best games that have been released this year. I've only played 2 games from this year. No, 3 now. No, wait. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 was this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if okay, maybe not. I might have to retract that, but great games. And they were, you know what? One of them's a fucking remake. That's the best game this year so far, is a fucking remake from Capcom. I don't even need Outbreak remade. Just remaster. Just put it on the PS4 with lightning loading speeds and keep the shitty, like, spammy dialogue from the NPCs and the other characters. Because that's all I want to do. All I want to do is spam gym profanities, you know, and fucking make people say the same thing a million times over again in these fucking games.
Kiss my ass, bitch!
That's all I want to do is spam that and then this.
My life is shit. My life.
Calculate.
Yeah, and calculated. There is one that's cool, calm, and collected. But the thing is like, the guy just goes, and then on the bottom of the screen it says cool, calm, and collected. And I'm like, really? You couldn't afford to fucking actually say the dialogue? But I love it. And I want it. I'm willing to go to damn near extreme lengths to play it online, even now. Because there is a server that exists. It's only for Outbreak File 2, because that's the only one that had online in the Japanese and European releases. But there is a group of people that reverse engineered the game so that they could like have servers online. Only for that one, but I have to get a Japanese PlayStation 2 and an international copy of the game. And then I can fucking go. I am so tempted to do that, dude. It's like ridiculous.
How much do Japanese PS2s go for?
I don't know.
It probably wouldn't be that much.
I haven't looked. I can't imagine it being super expensive. But I also didn't think the hard drives would be as pricey as they were, given how old they are. But I don't know. Maybe everyone knows. But yeah, I just kept looking down the line until I found one that I could afford, and I'm ready to do it. I want to find out, like, I wish there was a way that we could just pay for a server for that game. You know, like I could just pay to have a server, and then I could just play with the people I want to play with.
Well,
but like, I don't know.
I mean, you can host your own server.
I don't know how to. I don't know if you can do that with that game though, because it's the game's.
Well, you'd have to. So you would definitely have to find a way to port the game to PC, or you'd have to find out how to do it with consoles, but then do it at a local area network type thing too.
Yeah. If I could do a LAN party with that, oh man, fuck yeah.
But if you can host it your own server,
Is that game
somehow
only a
get the
single
game
player?
ported to PC.
No, it's multiplayer here.
But like local multiplayer, I mean.
I don't think it has local multiplayer. I think it's all online.
So I was going to say I have that multi-tap.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
I mean,
It's the best way to play Medal of Honor.
I'm pretty sure there's a way
European
we
Assault.
could we can make it a LAN party thing if we all had the game in the PS2s.
Yeah, and the desire to play it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That would be mine, because I slept on that exclusively. I never even played it online. It was down by the time I got it. I was so fucking ready to. I like plugged that shit in and I was like, yes, we're playing it online. It wasn't there. It was gone. They were gone. They expired before my time.
When did it come out?
I think it came out in like 2002, 2003.
And when did you get the PS2 to play it?
Like 2005. Not very far after, but it was gone in the U.S. Only the Japanese servers exist, and people still play it. Like, it's fucking... God damn it, I'm so jealous of those assholes over there. And their shitty little island. Can't even take over China.
They were trying.
That would be my other thing. Like, so not only would I would require Japan to take out North Korea and then turn a blind eye at their expansionist attack on China, but the first thing is they would have to, in good faith, resurrect Resident Evil Outbreak servers in the U.S. That's the deal breaker. That's the gift basket you get for like buying a new car or like getting a new house loan. Like, it'll have just like a little Resident Evil Outbreak like server code, and then I get on, and then the deal is set.
Yeah.
That's all I really
Then
need.
you give them permission to.
Yeah. And now you can destroy our enemies.
Vote twice for president to get
That's
this
right,
enacted.
yeah. That's right. Let's get this ball rolling, guys. I have to wait like 10 more years, I think. Or you have to be like, what, 35, 34?
35, yeah.
Oh, that's not that. That's only 6 years. 6 years for 34, 6.5. Yeah, it's, just get it out there. Put your feelers out and get Japan like really thinking about the idea. That's what you got to do to convince someone that it's a great idea. You kind of like plant it in their minds, and then they think it's their idea, even though it was your idea the whole time. And then you just go along with it because it's a great idea because it's your idea. And then you get Outbreak servers, and North Korea toppled. Yeah, fucking win-win. Fucking win-win right there. That's one that's a sleeper though. God. What else do you guys have? I mean, we've talked about European Assault a ton on this podcast.
Fucking love European Assault.
Nightfire, 007 Nightfire. We played the hell
Nightfire
out
is
of.
amazing.
Nightfire was good.
I did a bunch of. I would play this game by myself a ton. It was Red Faction 2 multiplayer on that was a lot of fun. You had that rail gun with like the thermal vision on it, so you could just snag people from like wherever the fuck you want. That was pretty good. Another one I tried to play on PS2 was Burnout 3 online, but I was never able to. I didn't have a good enough internet connection at the time to actually play it, so I never got the chance to do that one. I don't know. I don't know what other multiplayer games like we played that no one else really played. Because like
I don't know. I'm not coming up with anything because older games, again, I didn't really have a chance to play them growing up.
Did we play anything on PS3 that was...
I had an Xbox, but I never played any online games on the Xbox. Never had games to
Yeah,
play online
same.
with the Xbox. And so really, Xbox 360 is the first time I actually got to play games online, multiplayer games.
Yeah.
And of course, by then it was Halo and Call of Duty. So
Yeah, see, PS3, that's just Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Zombies, like pretty much everything I played online.
Yeah, I played Halo 2 on the Xbox a ton. But
Ragdoll Kung Fu.
Oh yeah, Ragdoll.
yeah, that's a sleeper one, yeah.
That's definitely my pick.
That was the
I had
first-
So much fun playing that game.
That was the very first free
You still
game.
have it?
Yeah, I do. On my PS3, yeah.
Do you want to boot that up after?
We could. I have.
Dude, that game is so
I think I
fucking
only have
fun.
3 controllers, but
Fuck.
Oh, man, that game is so fucking fun.
Do you still have a PS3 at home?
Have you played it, Zach?
I played it once at a friend's house.
it was the first free game I ever got on the PlayStation Plus free games. It's like the best one.
That's a game that needs to be...
Yeah.
That's a game that needs to be on PS4.
Yeah, it's a good one. It needs that extra, that new console feel.
They'll probably have to make a sequel, though, because I don't know if it would work with the motion controls.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, the PS4 kind of scaled back on some
You know
of
what?
that
That's
shit.
one game that actually had the motion controls do something decent.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
did this hard drive just die? Is that why you're getting a new one?
No, that's just the hard drive expansion bay. So that's where you connect the hard drive into the back of the PS2. I don't have a hard drive for the PS2.
Okay, it's still memory cards.
Yeah. That just allows you to install game data to reduce load times. And it's like, I think there are like 20 games in the US that actually are compatible with it. And one of them is actually Final Fantasy XI. So you would have to download all of the game onto there to play it on your PS2. Which, amazingly enough, they only got rid of the servers on the PS2 for that game like last year or something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was
People
something-
were still playing
That's crazy.
Final Fantasy XI on their fucking PS2s. I kind of wish I would have played it that way, actually. That would have been really cool.
It didn't get any of the expansions, though, did it?
No, it did. All of it. It had all of it.
How?
I don't fucking... Because the hard drive,
Did
I
they
don't know,
keep,
it's
did
fucking
they keep
magic.
bringing out, like, fucking discs or something?
I guess. I mean, once you have it connected to the internet, you can download the updates. That's the whole point of the
Yeah, but
hard
you
drive.
you had to, like, buy those. Like, how would they...
Dude, Play Online is fucking confusing as hell, but you can buy stuff through it. So that's how you would do it on PS2. FF10 has stuff you could download to reduce load times. But I was like, I never thought the load times were bad. It's not like with Outbreak where I'm like, fuck! It's like 12, 13 seconds to go into this room? Like, what are you even loading? There's like a zombie in like a hole and then like 2 items in there? Like, fuck you.
Fucking download for Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah.
That game had some insane load times.
Yeah. It's not really load times. No, it kind of is. They're probably just hiding it.
Between each zone, dude.
Yeah, and then like
It's like
between
fucking
the fight,
like a minute long. Fucking
to get a fight going takes for fucking ever too.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Most of the multiplayer stuff we played is pretty mainstream, I think.
Yeah, I could see this Final Fantasy XI being used right up until now.
Yeah, it's not a great looking game, but I think it's fun I think it's crazy that they had the servers that for that long. They just like people were still playing it on the PS2.
It's dedication, too.
Yeah, like the PS2 had been dead for a very long time. But yeah, those are kind of the ones that I remember playing a lot of, like Dr. Mario, but that's a pretty popular game. The that weird Pokemon puzzler game I talked about a couple weeks ago. Little ones like that. I played a ton of, and like I just really loved. But most of the other stuff is big games.
I don't think nearly enough people have played Broforce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it, but I haven't started it yet.
Broforce is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I remember watching the trailer for it before it came out.
I think a lot of people kind of like went back on For Honor because like when it first released, a lot of the servers were really shitty. They fixed it now, but they were really bad in the beginning. Like you'd get kicked out of a game like every time you try to get one. Let's see what else.
I mean, SimCity, the one on PC, was awful on release too. It didn't work.
Well, yeah, it was online only. It was fucking stupid.
So you couldn't even practice the game.
Yeah, they had to like fucking give that offline mode like a update.
Yeah, and that was after they fixed the server.
Yeah,
so it's like, I mean, you should have just had this from the beginning.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. And then
got Dead Space 3 for free though. So that was nice.
I don't think people played that Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th until they were like free.
I did like Friday the 13th when it first came out.
Yeah,
my cousin bought it because he was like straight up like just his thing. He loves horror. To play a lot of that fucking game. That's fun.
I think it just gets really repetitive. It's like when I played Dead by Daylight, I had fun, but I always told myself like I'm glad I didn't pay for this game. Not really,
right?
Like I paid for Plus, and it was, it came with.
It's not that expensive of a game, so it's not too bad.
It's also not that great. It's really simplistic, and like you kind of, I feel like you get. Do you feel like you've gotten everything there is?
Your argument on that is like a little funny to me because every multiplayer game is simplistic.
Yeah,
it's
but
the same thing over and over again.
There's even less to have though in there.
If you're playing Call of Duty, literally the only thing you do is point your gun and shoot another person.
Yeah, but like it's better somehow. I don't know how to explain it.
I think with that though, like with Dead by Daylight, it's pretty. When you figure out what you have to do and how to distract people, it's super easy.
Yeah,
but then like with like online FPSs, it's every game's different because you don't know who you're playing against. You don't know what they're going to do.
Well,
and no matter how good you are, there's always going to be someone who's going to find you and kick your ass.
Yeah, but when we were playing Dead by Daylight, we never played it online.
Oh, yeah. We just played against your shitty pig.
We were playing as a group against each other.
Yeah. We played against DLC God Craig with his fucking limitless pockets.
And the pig that pig was bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what your problem is with the fucking
you
pig.
Killed the game.
That it has teleportation.
You killed the game for us with your lightning
doesn't have teleportation.
Speed.
The nurse does.
With how fast that fucker
Craig,
is?
The nurse has teleportation.
The pig both does not make noise and is way faster than every other killer. It's bullshit.
The pig makes noise.
No, fuck you, it doesn't. I turned around and you were there.
Yeah,
every other killer,
That's
because
we all
that's
like making a
because
plan and he just showed up.
Yeah,
No, it's because the pig is the only
game, like she's snuffling for truffles.
the pig is the only killer that can crouch, and that's why you guys got mad. It's because like I can hide in the grass.
Yeah, and you don't have the horror music showing up.
Yeah,
Although,
you do.
so I did
every single one has the horror music. Every single
the pig,
one.
I swear to God, there was no music.
I did buy a DLC character though for that game. But it was Ash.
The
so it's a
DLC
hero,
character
so
that I did
doesn't really
use,
count.
my favorite. Since we were always playing against each other, it gave us unlimited uses of all those different charms and items that help you do stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was able to fucking max out my dude's powers of just being super quiet and then building up his charge and then just being fucking just insane. Like, when you build it up high enough, I don't even have to take you to hook. I could just kill you right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I kind of wish we would have played that game right, but the thing is you can't get in with buddies online, like, and so it's like, what's the point of playing this fucking game? I'm not going to play with randos, like.
Right.
I think you can. I think you can.
You can't bring other. You
can't do
really
a party?
bring other people. No, not. It's stupid. You can't like go online. You have to go
thought you
solo
could.
to play the game the right way. You have to like go in by yourself, and that's dumb. Like the whole point of it is to be like a group of friends in some cabin fucking
Making
each
shit
other.
decisions in a horror movie.
Exactly, yeah, but we're not. We're a bunch of strangers making shit decisions, getting killed by some asshole.
Which might be even scarier.
That's got a pig. Yeah. Who's got a pig outfit that he paid $4 for, and now he's gonna fuck you for every cent he's worth.
He's going to make you squeal.
That's right, yeah.
I don't know why you're complaining about
and
the
then,
pig.
And then
It was the worst,
dude,
killer
fucking
we
Can
fought.
Cam with Mike Myers and the nurse
Dude.
is like way worse.
Yeah, it was bad, but it
See,
didn't
the
just pop
nurse
up behind
see,
us.
The reason why, so Mike Myers, he was bad, but it's still he was so fucking slow. Otherwise, you really had to. play the
Dude, when
game.
you got close enough and he started having the music and he could move so fucking fast, you can't get away from
but
him.
see, the nurse is just our normal base villain.
Yeah.
She's just the base murderer, and all it was fucking mind games, getting to your head, making you think you were safe, and then
It's
teleporting.
the fucking
at the last
bullshit
second.
teleporting.
the nurse is a
Man,
lot of fun.
I had some pro fucking teleports on that too.
I think the most pro stuff in that game is the pro hides.
The nurse is absolutely broken in the fucking
Just me
the
just
hospital.
fucking laughing as I'm watching Craig.
That
being
was
chased.
so. I remember that
Yeah.
shit. That was funny.
Yeah, this fucking Craig's right behind you. You just open up a locker and shut it right as it turns around the corner. Just flies past.
There was some funny shit.
It's
Worse-
really fun as the killer when you
There's
just
being able to
randomly find
teleport
somebody
through
too.
Floors and walls, though. That
Yeah.
was so nice.
We should play that again, though.
That is a
other
fun
people
one.
because it is fun,
I like
especially
it.
when you've been drinking. When
Yeah.
you've been drinking, that game is
Yeah,
fucking
when you've
balls.
been drinking and then he just passes out while we're waiting, trying to start a new round.
That was fucking
He's
funny
like, "Oh,
too.
sorry guys, I just passed out," and then immediately passes out again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one though. But like
what
again,
was that one where like somebody
it was
was
free.
hiding in a cabinet the whole time and the killer walked past him like 6 times?
That's fun when you just find him as the killer, and it's like a super unfair. You just randomly checked one, and then he's in there, and you just fucking wreck him. And they're like, "Oh, come on!
You saw me, dude.
How did you know?" And it's like, I really didn't. I just needed to get more hooks or like more arrows or whatever. And that's where you get them. And then I saw your ass.
The pro strat, though, for real, the pro strat is when the killer has someone hooked up in the basement and you distract him long enough to where he rushes out and you hide just in time. Save that person. You both hide inside the house and then both rush out afterwards.
Yeah,
We did that. Didn't mean you do that.
Saving people like that, pro strat saving people,
Pro strat.
so good. Because when you work together with another survivor, one to play bait and the other one to go save, oh man, it's beautiful. I just wish
Friendship
the
is a beautiful
flashlight
thing.
worked because you're supposed to be
Yeah.
able to stun the killer with the flashlight, so the person has a chance to jump off.
Yeah, I remember how many times Cameron got us fucking killed. He's like, wait, let me try this. We both
Got
turn around. He's like,
myself killed. You don't have to wait.
I'm like, what are you trying? Like, let me see how this axe feels embedded into my fucking skull.
Well, yeah, he kept trying to do
I
the flashlight
wonder-
thing and it didn't work.
I wonder
I
if
don't
that's
know why it
another
didn't
thing
work.
online where you can't do it in the custom matches we played. But like, if so, like, what the fuck?
See, the thing, like, I heard online, like, your shit breaks too. Like, if
Yeah.
it breaks, you don't get it back.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's one
So
use
maybe
items.
that's what it's meant for.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so it's supposed to be hard to have the Uber set up with all the fucking items all the time.
Yeah, because you lose them. You have to re-earn them.
that would be crazy. That would be insane.
Yeah. But I don't know. It feels like once you get it down, like it's really easy to win as the survivors, and that makes it kind of not really as fun. Because that's kind of how we were when we stopped playing it. Like the surviving team, yeah, we might lose 1 or 2 people, but we're gonna win.
We might lose 1 or 2.
Yeah, we might lose 50% of our stock, but we're gonna make it. You know,
We'll start senior year of high school with a bang.
that's right. So like it just got kind of boring because I don't know. But I think we should play it again, though. I have been thinking about that game.
I downloaded it because we talked about it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I downloaded it. It's like, dude.
You played that with us, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. See, it's good.
What was that one other game that was supposed to be like that? But
It's
you're
Friday the 13th.
No. It's another one where like somebody plays as a monster and then
Oh,
Prey?
Evolve.
Evolve.
Prey and
Evolve.
Evolve are both.
I heard
Yeah.
of Evolve, like, they shut the servers down, though.
I don't think so.
I've
I
heard
think
it shut down because
Did they?
it didn't get...
They started selling it with all the DLC for like $20, and I thought I got like a resurgence.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the servers were shut down because, like, we went to get a match, and it took like an hour to find enough people to get a match.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Yeah. People just abandoned that game.
Was that the one where you like turned into the monster and shit?
You were a monster, and like, or like,
Yeah,
you're, like,
it was.
there's, like,
It was kind of like Friday the
400s and a
13th,
monster.
and those things where like one person was the monster and the other 4 people were trying to kill him, and then like after a certain amount of time, the monster can like evolve and get stronger.
Yeah.
Was that not Prey?
No, Prey is a game with like mimics and stuff.
Oh,
it was like
that's
it
the
was
one
like a
that-
first person.
I remember when a lot of people got that thing at work, and they're like, "Oh man, you should get this. This sounds like this is a really cool game." And I'm like, "I'm not going to pay $60 for a game like that. That's like a one-trick pony game." And it totally was, just like Friday the 13th, just like Dead by Daylight. It's like, it's a fun time for about 5 or 6 hours every 6 months, and then you're like, okay, I've gotten all there is to get from this goddamn
My
thing.
biannual playthrough.
Exactly, yeah, my biannual round of fucking Dead by Daylight. And it's fun because you're shit-faced and everyone's screaming and the fucking nurse is flying around with her hook hands and you're freaking shit in your pants. That's what makes it fun.
Fucking Feed the Birds from Mary Poppins.
Yeah. That's what makes it fun. It's you.
Yeah, that's what it was. The novelty, this like the being scared of not knowing what to do, not knowing.
It's been a while too that we'll have to relearn.
But it was that genuine fear and genuine just learning the game and just having fun with friends. That's what made it fun. And after we played it like 15, 16 times, it's just like the novelty wore off, and it just became mechanical. It was just, okay, now we just need to do this and this and this, and then
no one's screaming anymore.
It would be fun if they added like more game modes and shit.
And Craig and being silent around Craig was so easy after a while.
Fuck you.
I think a dope game mode would be like, you don't have to do the generators, but it's like, how long can you survive? Like,
yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And then like,
because you want to be your friends, you want to be a dick and be like, oh, I fucking tripped, like Cameron. Like, sorry, buddy, character gets taken out, and you're like, oh, hey, like one down, let's keep going.
Every once in a while, you just make noise so they kind of know the general vicinity of you. And as it goes on, you get louder and louder because your character is more and more tired and it's clumsy and worn out. Yeah.
So in this game, if you stay in an area too long, birds will start to circle and make noise.
Yeah. It takes a while, though.
And that's how I was finding you guys before you knew what the fucking birds did.
Yeah. Well, I was like fucking trash on a couple of those, so I would just find a good hiding spot and just sit there forever. And then, that's why I sucked. I don't know. I think they could do a lot more with it, and it would probably revitalize it even further. Because adding characters is cool, but like different game modes would be great for those kind of games, because it's just one fucking thing.
And at least letting you play online with your friends, too.
Yeah, like do real matches, just like me and Craig jump in, and then we get like,
even if, like,
randomly
selected. And it's like, like, what, 3 other good guys and a killer? Like, that'd be sweet. As long as you're with your friends, like,
yeah.
I'm a bit surprised they don't have the option to like bring people in a party, just like be like, hey, we're 4 going to play as survivors, and then somebody's like, I don't want to play as the killer, and then they join that match.
I know.
Like, it's like, hey, you want to play as survivor, or you want to play as killer,
and that's how all the trophies are all based on playing actual matches too. So like our fun matches, none of that counts. So like any of the things that we do, it's like we don't really play the game because we get all those items unlimited, and like, I don't know, it's just kind of stupidly set up. But yeah, I like the idea of the game. But it kind of has a low shelf life. But that is another one that we had a lot of fun with. It's kind of it's probably only gotten a resurgence because of it being free.
Yeah. See, I didn't realize, like, I mean, they're saying, like, with it not being popular, but I have a friend, like, on my PlayStation. Every day he's in a party.
Oh,
for
really?
Dead by Daylight. Every fucking day.
And see, I had heard about it, but I also heard about the Friday the 13th one, which we also had for free.
Friday the 13th is, I don't know, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I liked playing kids online and making them get pissed off because you can teleport as Jason, too.
Yeah.
You can teleport as
You can
Jason?
teleport to the different areas of the game. So, like, each area, also if a guy's running and you're like, oh, hey, like, he's going to cross this threshold, you just teleport there and you just know where he's going to be because you're like, I saw him run this way. Like, I know he's going to be by this
Can't
cabin.
the witch teleport, too, to her little shaman thing?
Yeah, she can teleport to her little idols that she sets up.
Yeah. I liked the witch, and then I liked the fucking...
Yeah, she's good for surprises.
The bell guy. That guy is my favorite for surprises. Just ding, ding, I'm right behind you.
I wish the doctor was a little better. Like, he can set up, like, little images of himself, but they weren't that good.
Yeah, you could pretty much always tell
Yeah.
if it was real or not. Because, like, if they're kind of a little bit extra retarded, they're probably just the AI.
Yeah.
Extra.
Yeah. Unless it's Craig, and then the AI is the smart one.
Fuck you.
The AI doesn't get tripped up by your quick jukes. your mad dash behind the pole. Circle the tree, and you're safe.
Yeah, say that when I'm playing as the pig lady.
Jeff, yeah. Say that as I'm playing as the one that makes no sound and runs at the speed of light.
You can't fucking juke when I'm playing that bitch.
No, you can't. You can't run. You can't hide. Fucking pay to win.
I played as Freddy Krueger. He was all right. He could put people to sleep. It's kind of hard to do that, though.
That was kind of interesting. It was hard to get away once you got it, though.
Yeah.
That was a death sentence.
You know what? Killing Floor 2 was kind of fun.
Oh, Killing Floor is a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kim and I played that a little bit online, and then like the other people play as like the zombies.
Yeah.
And then play as survivors. That was kind of fun.
I played for like 10 minutes with you once. I've never gone back.
In a survival match?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's pretty fun. It's a fun game.
Yeah, it seemed
Little
all right.
boss matches like at the end. That was cool.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I haven't played that forever either.
All right, well, cool. Capcom, get on that.
Get on that Outbreak.
Yeah.
And bring back Lost World. Lost
Oh,
Worlds.
yeah, those were fucking fun, man.
Yeah, that's slept on. I don't know if it was at the time, but when I tried out the multiplayer, it was.
It was a lot of fun to play. That was a good game. That was fun on that 360. I missed.
Yep.
Oh man, that was one of the ones that made me buy a next gen console. I never even played it though. Like once I got it, but it was kind of dying by then.
Yeah, but it was a lot of like the whole idea was a great idea for a first person shooter. So
Yeah.
bring that back.
Yeah, that was good. All right, guys, you ready to talk Mortal Kombat 11?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right, let's dive in. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, this fucking... I hated this music on this trailer.
Is this the actual trailer?
Yeah, this is the one they showed at E3.
God.
Why is it Scorpion fighting Raiden?
Dude, it wasn't 10 Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They can't do that again.
They always do that. 9 was also Scorpion versus Sub-Zero.
But Scorpion and Sub-Zero are friends now,
yeah. They're best buddies. Lies. Raiden can't beat Scorpion.
Yeah, Raiden can't beat anybody.
I mean, he beat Liu Kang.
Dude, this is such a spoiler. After playing the game.
Here we go.
Hell yeah. Told you Raiden couldn't beat fucking Scorpion.
Gonna be next.
It's so dumb.
You gonna be next.
Oh, dude, Caillou got grown up.
Straight up.
Oh, fucking perfect.
Pre-ordered to get Shao Kahn.
Cool. Well, Mortal Kombat 11 was released this year. It is now officially the best-selling game of the year, which is pretty fucking impressive. Yeah, that's what I just read.
Wow.
The best-selling game this year. There's a lot of great games that have come out so far. Got a couple more that are slated.
Next month.
Yeah, they haven't released any actual sales data, like numbers, like amount of copies, but it is the best-selling game according to a couple sites that track
That's
that
crazy.
somehow. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat's one of those series that's kind of beloved.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's pretty big.
I feel like it gets bigger and bigger too, because Mortal Kombat 11 or 10 was bigger than 9. And I think it's just building off of the success that 9 had after kind of rebooting everything.
Right. And then number 10 too is like the first one on the new generation because 9 was PlayStation 3.
Yeah, 9 was a
9
PS3
was
game.
20. Was it 2011?
I think so. Yeah.
It was 2011. That was the last game I played before I went on my mission. Like up until I got set apart to leave, I was playing Mortal Kombat 9. Like the church came and I was like, "Give me a second, I gotta kill this guy."
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so game came out April 23rd, 2019, May 10th in the EU.
It's on Unreal Engine 3.
Yeah, man.
interesting.
From NetherRealm Studios, who took over the series after of course, Midway fucking died.
Well, Ed Boon is still in charge, so
Yeah, so it's fine.
It's sad that Tobias doesn't come back. I mean, them working together going to be great, but Ed Boon's doing a fantastic job by himself.
Yeah.
everybody always thinks everything he tweets is like some leak.
It is, though.
Not everything. Occasionally he's done it, and then everybody's like, "What hidden message is in this?"
Maybe they're just messages far too in advance.
All of his tweets have become conspiracy theories, dude.
Yeah.
As they should be.
Bunch of tin hat wearing fans of the MK series.
Yeah, dude. They like fucking stretch it as far as it will go, dude.
I mean, the Spawn one was right, though, and that was a stretch when they first did it. So, like,
Yeah.
he gives them breadcrumbs.
That's right.
occasionally, yeah.
It's better than the guy for Final Fantasy XIV who just shows up wearing like a Batman suit or a Batman shirt, and he like gestures at it constantly, and then everyone's like, "Oh, they must be adding Dark Knight." And then they add Dark Knight, like some super obvious,
overhanded thing.
thing that they like point out and make sure you see, and it's like, "Oh, that must be Bard. This must be this. That's a dancer." Like, yeah. At least it's like tweets where he can fuck with you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. This is the first Mortal Kombat I've played through all the way since the first one.
Yeah, same.
Personally, I never finished 9 or 10.
Never played it.
Yeah, I don't own it.
Blows
so.
my mind, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
X was free
Kratos
for a
was in
while.
that 9. Was it?
Yeah, X was one of the free games for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh shit, I didn't get
Last
it.
year.
I guess. Huh. Well, that sucks.
I don't remember that. I already
must-
owned it, so
That must have
Yeah,
been when
so I grabbed
Craig
it.
was in charge of getting my free games for me,
Fuck you! I was never in charge of
and he
that.
failed. So yeah, my knowledge of the series is kind of limited. I remember watching people play Deadly Alliance, and like, I think it was, what's one of the other ones on the PS2? Deception, where it's like the huge overworld map, and you're like picking up coins and.
Oh, Deception.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. That kind of reminded me of Soul Calibur 3, where you're doing the map mode and taking over the areas, except for
Yeah.
Deception actually worked.
Well, so did Soul Calibur, but the fucking memory got corrupted like all the time.
Yeah, I think there's something that you do. If you do something, it like corrupts it every time.
Dude, that's retarded.
Yeah, oh, it's a piece of shit. But it had like the best little like story-ish mode ever, but you could never get far because it just shit itself.
Nah, that's not good.
Yeah,
No, you can get to the end.
come on, Greg.
You can.
I mean, I'm sure people have beaten it.
You have to fight the king, and he's like holding the Soul Calibur.
Oh wow, what's the Soul Calibur?
He's a
It's
dick.
or not Soul Calibur. It was Soul Edge. He was playstyle was like Nightmare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Mortal Kombat's way sweeter than Soul Calibur, so
It's my favorite fighting
That's
game
why we're
franchise
here.
by far.
I don't know. I really like Soul Calibur.
Mortal Kombat, dude.
I'm much
I would
better
say
at
Soul Calibur 6. I like it better than Mortal Kombat 11.
I'm a Mortal Kombat fanboy for life.
I love Mortal Kombat, but no Mortal Kombat has been better than 9.
yeah. Well, that
That's
was
valid, but I'm
Because they just, for some reason, they start feeling slower. Especially this one, it feels so
yeah.
slow.
I said that too. I was playing it, and I was like, I always thought these were a lot faster, and maybe it's because I've been playing like really fast action games.
See,
No,
Bayonetta
this one
and
is
stuff.
really slow.
I don't know, dude. I think I was spoiled by Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dragon Ball
100%,
Fighters
'cause that one's
is
fast as shit.
insanely fast, but this
Going
one...
from that one to 10 was bullshit. So I was playing that, and I'm like, I'm gonna
I
play 10 before
imagine-
11 comes out, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like that was bad.
But I played like Street Fighter V not too long ago, and that one is like way faster than this. Like I don't know what it is about Mortal Kombat 11, but like they slowed it down. Like
Yeah.
like the jumping mechanics by themselves, it feels like they go like zero gravity for a little bit because it's like
It did feel a little slower than I remembered from the series, but I also only played through the first one, which is a fucking nightmare. By the way, getting the fucking Goro and then
Do you mean first is in like Sega?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Sega?
Like,
God, dude.
I had it on the PS1.
That's
Right.
one of the like. So I got a Sega one year for Christmas. That's one of the games I got. Was that Mortal Kombat 1?
It's tough.
Playing on the little bullshit little paddle.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun figuring out the combos though back in the day. Now I don't have patience for that, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we were talking about that. We don't feel bad about going online for like these ones and looking for fatalities because
Yeah.
I paid my dues, fuckers. Like when I was putting quarters into that machine.
yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
these kids. They don't understand.
Yeah, it's like I paid so much for those fucking fatalities. Just figure out one for each character.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so the game came out this year. Best-selling game so far of the year. It's pretty impressive. And story. So I guess the story for these games begins at 9, and this is a continuation of 10's story,
yeah.
moving into 11. It's basically set up as like a weird time plot where you're fighting an enemy named, what is it, like
Chronica.
Chronica, yeah. And her objective is she's basically a Final Fantasy baddie where she just wants to make the world go away and restart. So
She wants to get it perfect, and she says each time she doesn't get it perfect.
yeah, each time
So she's still gonna redo it.
it's fucked up a little bit, and then each time all of your characters have like the same pledges, and they say they're going to do the same thing, but then they can't. It's really similar to the plot in, I would say, Setsuna. I Am Setsuna, where like time is like just continually resetting at this one mark where everybody fucks up, and then there's like slight alterations each time, but it doesn't matter in the end. So she kind of sends her goons out to do her bidding, and she also resurrects characters from the past who have died. So I guess Liu Kang died to Raiden's.
Well, they didn't. She doesn't bring them back.
Some-
The
Somehow.
tournament. So
She
it
just
stops
pulls
the
them-
tournament in 9.
Yeah, she just pulls them out of time. So like they bring back the characters from 9, like while they were in the tournament, and then
She
like,
tries. Everything starts to merge too.
Yeah.
because all Shao Kahn's pit is starting to merge in that one level, and
yeah,
so
Time
not
compression?
everyone, but enough.
basically.
Yeah. Nah, just leave it. Just leave it. Fuck it.
I was already grabbing it. Sorry.
Yeah. So there's that going on. It's really weird because there are a lot of scenes with like the parents of some of these characters that are the same age as they are. We get like double Johnny Cage, super douchey Johnny Cage, and then kind of old man.
I like how he looks back and he's like, "What the fuck, man?" Like he looks at himself and he's
Yeah.
like, "That was
And
a
that's the
cut."
Johnny Cage from 9.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was Johnny Cage from 9.
I thought that was Johnny Cage from like way in the beginning.
yeah. So
He
9,
was kinda
9
the
is number
same.
1.
Yeah, 9 is basically
the
like
technically
a retelling
second.
of 1.
No, 2. Because number 1 is Shang Tsung's tournament. Number 2 is Shao Kahn.
Well,
Mortal
they
Kombat
were
was the
merging
island.
that in 9 because like
They were never
doing
on the island.
Oh, I know they were going for Shao Kahn, but I thought the Shang Tsung was in there too.
He just didn't die in 1. He was still alive.
okay.
He didn't die at the island tournament. Because in the first game, you kill Shang Tsung,
Yeah,
but he
okay.
didn't. But that timeline is he didn't die
Yeah,
until
and then
the second tournament.
okay, and yeah, and then
'Cause he's
Shao Kahn
old
is
and
trying to merge the worlds. Okay, yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of that going on, and you're basically trying to convince some of your enemies to become your friends because you need to overcome yourself in a lot of these things. So, like,
Well, Chronica is offering everybody who has joined her like a better place in the new timeline.
Yeah, she's giving them what they want. Like for like Baraka, for instance, she's like, "Hey, I'll bring your people back. You won't die like you did.
Yeah, your people
your-
won't
your-
be
your
slaves.
future self is dead.
Yeah,
Like we'll help you. We'll make you like a leader. The Tarkatans will be leaders of like this new age." She's promising different.
the
people.
Tarkatans.
yeah. So a lot of that going on. The fucking game, for some reason, like it really loves pitting like characters with themselves, which was kind of fun, like with Johnny Cage and shit like that.
But Johnny Cage's
The-
too out of that was the most lighthearted one because he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up because you're being a dick."
Yeah, and then he beats him down. That was kind of cool. There's a lot of
There was a funny line where he was like talking to himself. He's like Johnny Cage and Johnny Cage in Time Quake.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
just makes
yeah.
himself a movie.
Yeah.
And he references that movie again later too.
Yeah,
with
he
couple
does.
Sonya.
times,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like, I'm going to steal that line for Time Quake.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
hope like he makes Time Quake, like in this new age order. He makes Time Quake.
Yeah,
That'll be the next game, Mortal Kombat.
No,
Time
Johnny
Quake.
Cage, director in Time Quake.
Directing and acting.
That's right.
It'd be beautiful.
So there's a lot of that. There's like fucking Cassie Cage meeting her mom at her age.
Literally like a couple hours after she just died.
Yeah, after she loses Sonya Blade in real life.
And
Yeah.
then it introduces you to Sonya's just wonderful voice acting.
Yeah.
Ronda
Yeah.
Rousey was the best part of this game. That was sarcasm.
Yeah, the voice acting is painful. So yeah, we get that. We get some cool stuff with the Tarkatans. I thought that part was hilarious because like you're basically helping out. What's the guy's name? The Khan guy,
Kotal Khan.
Kotal Khan, because the other Khan guy,
Because Jade
Shao
Essence-
Kahn.
Shao Kahn, came back from the dead after Kotal Khan killed him. So
that was a sick fight, though.
young Shao, yeah, because
Fuck,
Kotal
dude.
Khan sucks. So it's a sick fight trying to do
Shao
anything.
Kahn's giving him the hammer, dude. That was awesome. He fought all.
Yeah, so he basically has to refight for his position that he already has from killing him before. And then like the Tarkatans, there's like this fucking part where you're sneaking into their camp trying to like find info.
Wasn't Raiden the one who killed Shao Kahn?
Yeah, Raiden
Yeah.
kills Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he just united.
Kotal
the
Khan
people.
was like his big general, and he took
Yeah.
over
and
after
so
Shao
Raiden's
Kahn
like,
died.
I can't lead because I'm an elder god technically. So he's like,
Yeah.
I protect Earthrealm. So they made an alliance.
Oh, okay. And then yeah, they try to sneak into the Tarkatan base, and then they get found out.
It's the way they're sneaking through too is so stupid.
Yeah, just like in
was so
plain
funny.
sight. Yeah.
just like I'm running through the fucking camp,
And you
Well,
fight
really,
random
They don't
people.
even know where they're going either. They're just wandering.
Yeah,
into
a lot of
the
this
camp.
is kind of like cheese.
Yeah.
Is that part like they run into some Tarkatan woman, and then randomly everyone gets alerted.
We
to
have to
being
kill
there.
her, and they're like, no, we don't. She's an innocent. And like, they
Yeah.
should have just killed her, and they wouldn't have got found.
And the hilarious thing for me during this scene, like, they were like, the chick, who was it? What's the girl?
Jade.
Jade, yeah, because Jade is dead in Kotal Khan's timeline, but she's back, and he's like, oh my god, you're even hotter than before.
Oh my god, that green is so sensual.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh man, he's like loving on her again, and then she's really against
Yeah.
the slaughtering of the Tarkatan people, and in that fight where she fights her husband, the first thing I did was just grab one of the Tarkatans from the side and just fucking chuck his ass at him. He's like, we need to save these people, and I just fucking grab that bitch and throw him. Like, whoa, what happened to save him? Just fucking using him as a fucking weapon.
That's
Dude,
extra
I-
funny because the Tarkatans like raised weapons against him when he first
Yeah.
became the ruler. So
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
like toss another fucking Tarkatan at him.
Yeah.
The thing he hates the most.
Yeah.
Fucking Cripple Khan was the best.
Tarkatans everywhere. Yeah, so you have to fight your own husband to kind of like chill him the fuck out and not slaughter everybody.
Beat the
in
fuck
sight.
out.
It's raining Tarkatans.
until you like
Hallelujah.
subdue him so hard that when fucking Shao Kahn shows up, he's just a fucking. He's fucking useless. He's
Yeah.
useless the rest of the story.
That was kind of dope, though. I like because like he's made to be such a huge bad guy, and it's like he's powerful, but like his influence is what helped him having like the Tarkatans, and then having like whatever Goro's race is, because that was cool. They brought them back too. I mean, not
Yeah.
as playable characters, but you saw Shiva
Yeah,
and
Dude,
Kintaro.
I hate some of the designs they have for this game. Like they made Shiva look like she has a mustache.
It's true.
Did you
So
guys
did you
notice
Get
that?
mustachioed women.
Yes, a little bit.
So you don't like Italian women?
No.
I'm sorry if you guys get hate for that, but
You don't like Italian women?
Not if they got a mustache.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. That's fair. Yeah, some of the designs were kind of weird on these characters.
Oh,
Honestly,
I
it was-
hate fucking Jackie's design. I hate it
yeah.
so much.
you don't like the top knot though. I don't understand.
I don't
why it bugs you
like-
so much.
Okay, I don't like that she has dreadlocks in a bun. That just looks fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's her
I
own
don't
hairstyle. I don't know
care.
why it hurts you.
It
so
looks
bad.
stupid. And then also, she's wearing fucking Crocs
Tactical Crocs.
that look like feet. They're in the shape of feet. They have little nubs for each toe,
So
and they're
she's wearing
fucking
those-
Crocs.
she's wearing those, toe shoes?
high-tech armor, and she has fucking toe Crocs.
Hey,
I
man,
told you
they're-
that's how the Naruto runners are going into Area 51 are those toe Crocs.
Yeah,
That's what's
they're-
gonna push them in.
It's cozy,
It's
Craig.
fucking stupid.
It's not about style. It's about
You don't want to be kicking
Fucking
someone's ass
stupid.
and then have your foot cramp.
It's awful.
You got to think about these.
Yeah,
things.
Crocs.
It's the dumbest looking design.
Dude, Thor wears Crocs in Endgame and he kicks ass.
I don't care.
I mean, it was an example of how low he's gone.
Yeah,
He's
that's
still
fair.
worthy though. It's okay.
Still worthy.
Jackie's not really worthy. She's worthy of kicking her old man's ass, but that's not very hard. Apparently, Jax
She
is
doesn't.
trash.
She doesn't fight Jax.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, she does.
You fight Jax. That's-
She doesn't
Yeah.
fight Jax.
You can choose. That's one where it like gives you the option.
That was the one that she couldn't choose.
No, you can
like,
choose.
The old, younger Jax was like, no, it would be fucked up if you fought your own dad. I'm going to take this.
Oh,
That's
maybe you're
because
right.
you choose.
No,
No,
but I
that-
chose.
that was-
I chose playing as young Jax over Jackie every time though.
That was the one where young Jax just like takes
I
it
think
over.
you're right. Yeah, I think you are right.
She doesn't fight her dad in the story.
Gay,
But he did it for her.
dumb. Of course, young Jax is going to beat his old man self. He's fucking couch potato Jax at the end.
Couch potato.
Guy's put on like 20 extra pounds, and it's not muscle. It's old man fat.
Cybernetic.
Yeah. So we get that. We get the fucking awesome throwing Tarkatans. And then, we also meet up with Liu Kang and Kung Lao's evil selves. And they kind of duke it out. And one of Kronika's goons sort of stop the show. And then you...
Oh, Garrus.
Yeah, Garrus. And they kind of interrupt it. And they're still trying to convince you to go to the opposite side because they tell you, like, hey, Raiden is the one that killed you.
Yeah,
Like,
he's the reason you're both dead.
yeah. And they don't really believe it at first. And then they're like, well, that's the old timeline, Raiden. We can change it this time, And that's kind of one of the themes of this game is, like, changing the past.
Yeah.
Oddly.
I've never liked Kung Lao, and I swear to God he was like being set up to like betray them, and then he never did.
It's because
Because like
He was
every
always
time they
doubting
brought up
Raiden,
Raiden,
yeah.
he was like, "Ooh, I really fucking hate Raiden."
he was just, it was like John Marston and fucking Arthur Morgan in Red Dead, and then Raiden's...
It wasn't like
Raiden's
that, dude.
Dutch. He's fucking retarded.
Raiden's
Getting
dead.
everybody killed.
I've got to play.
Liu Kang.
I've got to
Yeah.
play.
We just got a big goddamn Shao Kahn.
No, Arthur Morgan was working with Kronika. We all know that. That's
Yeah.
what we saw. Because he trusted in Kronika's plan. I don't quite figure where he was in that plan. He just trusted she had a plan.
Yeah, it's kind of how it felt. And then also the game, like, the story, I don't know. I think the story's kind of dumb. Like, it's not...
It's really dumb, dude.
And it's-
they exploit the fucking time shit so much. They're like, oh hey, they like have Johnny Cage get shot in the cheek, and then like a scar appears on like older an older.
That was one of the best lines in the game too, though.
it
His
was like
face,
this-
Johnny.
I know.
His scarred on face. It was
that was
good.
cool, and it like
It's
set the
funny.
precedent that if they got hit in the past, like something that would if it was permanent, then like it would affect them, and then. Like fucking halfway through, you get to the point where like Sonya is fighting fucking Kano, and she punches young Kano in the stomach,
Yeah, and
and then
Kano's
old
still-
Kano doubles over like he just got hit.
Yeah, that's
and I was like,
stupid.
"What?
That part
That's
was stupid.
fucking retarded."
Probably 'cause
And,
he
like,
lost his
she was
appendix.
she was abusing the whole time connection thing the whole time, and then he says something. He's like, "Oh, thanks for reminding me how the rules work." And then she shoots young Kano. I was like, "You knew how the rules worked the whole time.
Yeah.
You were literally just abusing it."
That was actually better acting than Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. So she just blasts Kano's fucking eye out. and
Dude,
then
he
it
got
kills-
snapped by
The
Thanos.
way
was
guns
great.
work in this universe don't quite line up.
Oh, yeah. I only saw, what's her name, reload once. Cassie
Not just
Cage.
reloading, but the amount of damage that guns do.
Oh, yeah. It's
Her
obscene.
gun changes like the
Yeah,
way
they're-
it like
they're
sounds when it
terrible.
shoots too. Like if you watch that whole cutscene, it's like different, and then it just changes like halfway.
Yeah, you're just supposed to punch in that universe.
Insert gun noise here.
What the fuck?
Yeah, fucking like Aaron Black. Like he has like several different weapons, and they all don't do shit.
The best part with him though is you have to reload while you're playing like online. Like if you're playing like multiplayer with his rifle,
yeah.
you have to reload the gun.
Oh, wow.
And no matter how many, like if you like stop, like it's like six rounds, right? So if you like get one and you get punched, you only have one round in the gun, which I think is kind of dope. And they're like, all right, we're going to throw this in there.
Is he even useful, like, as a character to get good at?
He's fun. I think
he's
he's
all right.
fun.
Because it just seems like to me it's just...
He's got a lot of range.
He was better in X.
Yeah.
He was a lot better in 10. I think.
Anyways, yeah, the story I felt it wasn't, especially the acting was poorly executed, the voice acting, and the story itself. I mean, but it's hard to tell a story in a fighting game, and they did
That's
it
what I
the
was
only
gonna
way I
say.
could really think. I think you could actually do it, but it's kind of stupid. I'm trying to play the story mode of a fighting game, and I'm just most of what I'm doing is just sitting there fucking watching cutscenes. It felt like it was just cutscene after cutscene.
Oh yeah, the cutscenes
Small
were
little brief
really
fights
long.
and then super long cutscenes, so they can actually just tell their fucking story. It just felt like I was watching an animated.
That's
movie
how 10 was.
For
9. That's how 9 was.
I was watching an animated movie that I got to take part in. Just a
9
little
was
bit.
really long.
See,
yeah.
but like that's what I went in expecting from playing the other two.
I don't know how else
So
they
it's
could do
like-
it and give it a story.
Exactly.
Well, 10's was a lot shorter though. 10's was only like a 4-hour campaign.
No, 10 was
But
short. 9 was
but
long.
Those cutscenes were long, but that game was only like 4 hours long, including like
But
the
this
2
game,
hours
wasn't this
of
game like 9 or
cutscene.
10?
It was probably more like 7 or 8. But yeah,
This one was like 6 at the most.
I don't know. I had
Nine-
like
9 was like 10 hours.
I had like 9 hours this morning, but I also did a bunch of extra stuff after I beat
Yeah.
it.
See, I
so.
think I ended on 12. That's because I did a lot of the crypt. And to be fair, I like with these games, like no one's buying it for the story. You're
Yeah.
buying it to play the ladders and to play Chronica's like time shit,
yeah.
like those new ladders, and to play against your friends and online.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why I
playing
bought
through
it.
the
Like,
story gives you like a bit of equipment and sets
some,
you
but
up
like,
with
all the
some-
cool stuff, like
some coins.
have you done any like the Chronica's like time ladders?
I didn't do any of the
So it's
tower
character specific
ladders.
and it costs coin that you win through the game. But you can go through and that's how you get like all the legendary armors is by doing those ladders with your specific character.
Yeah, I did the ladders, but I didn't do the special ones that cost currency.
I've been meaning to. I haven't done it yet. I've just done the regular ladders.
Yeah, I like the ladders a lot though.
Oh, they're fun.
You get some cool items, but yeah, as far as the story goes, I kind of agree. It's just sort of thrown together, and then there's a lot of dumb like angst that goes on in the story. Like there's one part where Scorpion like sees Sub-Zero die because he got poisoned, and then he goes back to camp and tells him like, hey, you know, I'm going to help you out with this, and like they're like,
you
no
mean-
one believes you.
You mean young Scorpion sees
Scorpion.
regular Scorpion die?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the Scorpion's like, you have to be a good person. Help them.
Oh yeah, it was regular Scorpion. Oh yeah, because Sub-Zero is the
They
guy
try to
that he
find their
fights.
own.
That made me so mad. I was like, Scorpion can't die because of Devora.
Yeah, he's basically hell.
Yeah,
He's a
who
demon.
she killed? She can't kill anybody in this
Devora's
game.
a fucking bitch, and he's like the king of hell. Like he shoots flames, and that's her natural enemy as a fucking insect.
Actually, that's Raid.
No, I thought it was. I thought it was
Rated.
Lamps.
Raid is in.
Yeah. Shit though. Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah.
I don't like how the game does that all the time. It's like, no, I don't trust you. Now we must fight. And then like one of them fights, and you're like, okay, no, this guy's our friend. It's like I lost, so like he's a good guy. He's okay. Everything's fine.
tell.
Well, the only reason
way
that
of
Raiden
battle
even
that he was
distrusted
honorable.
freaking Scorpion in the first place is because Scorpion was like a good guy, but then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck Bihan, and then he killed him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But as well, like with that though, with the good, like it did bring out like Liu Kang and then like confronting Raiden. Like it was a means to an end. Where
But it's
like,
funny because Liu
hey,
Kang didn't
dickhead.
trust him either until Liu Kang lost to him, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, just kidding. Yeah, you're a good guy. Yeah,
I mean, like,
can't stop you."
I mean, would
so
you? I mean, like if you didn't get fatality too, like knowing someone who's like a stone cold hard killer, like didn't kill you, I'd probably be like, all right, you're okay for now.
yeah, I guess that's
I
fair.
mean, like I wouldn't be like, you know, because he brutal. Like if you didn't play, I don't know if you said you didn't play 9, but he fucking brutally kills
Oh,
Bihan in 9.
Yeah, dude, he like
fucks his
he
shit
rips
up.
his spine out. He
Yeah.
like grabs his throat and just yanks him
Such
out.
a good classic fatality,
Dude, it was so good.
Fuck.
Yeah, no fatalities in the story. You can't even
And
do
then
them.
Bihan
Like-
became
Does
Noob
that fit?
Saibot,
Yeah,
just so you guys know who we're talking about.
Became what?
Noob
Noob
Saibot
Saibot.
is Bihan.
Bihan
Oh,
was
yeah.
the old.
He's the original Sub-Zero.
Yeah, he's the new Sub-Zero's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
I thought how they got rid of Sector in this story was really dumb too.
It's like,
Kano was
you're
just like,
really a good
you know,
guy.
we're gonna make him a bomb.
That's why he wasn't a playable character.
Yeah.
It was cool that they brought Cyrax back
Fuck
though too,
Sector.
and there's Cyrax like, hey, like you're actually a good guy, and he's like, you're right, I am.
He was a good guy in
He
9
just
too, and then
fucks
they were
off.
like, you know what, fuck
Because
this.
they still turn him into the cyborg because he's
Yeah.
one of the ones that doesn't want to be a cyborg. But it's cool they bring like the Lin Kuei factory back. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like how they brought Frost in there as this SJW.
I was
Sub-Zero, you
laughing-
didn't love me enough. And
I was
fuck
laughing
you.
so hard when I fought her on the boat for the second time because I didn't know, but her head fucking pops off.
Yeah,
And she,
dude.
like,
Yeah,
and
she's
she
like a
fucking
robot.
Smacks you with her head. She like fucking like.
She uses it as a bomb too. That's one of
I
her.
remember sitting there laughing as she smacked me with her head. I'm like, just fucking keep your head on your shoulder.
That's always been your problem.
She has an explosive personality.
I just watching her fucking like popping her head up and down all the time. I'm like, whoa, just keep your head on your shoulder.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was that. Man, all the time guys just seem super overpowered. And then there's the guy, the dude that can't die.
That was my
Gears.
favorite. That was probably my favorite part of the cutscene though. Was
I
with Gears.
cannot drown.
Oh, it sucks for you because it's a bottomless death pit. Suck it. It's awesome. I love
Well,
that.
that is too bad for you because the
And
sea
then
of blood
time
is
sets
bottomless.
immediately after.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Ha, I'm back. Fuck you." Not that he knows because it's previous him, but yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of like banter between the old selves and the new selves. The old Liu Kang and Kung Lao are evil.
Yeah.
Same with Katana and Jade,
Yeah, Katana and Jade, they're both evil.
and then Cabal. But then Cabal really doesn't get to see his old self either. He just gets told that his old self's evil.
Yeah.
Or his old self's dead anyway. He doesn't get to.
They try to.
I think they kill his undead self like at the beginning of the game. That's why he doesn't see him.
No, you don't kill him. He's in there for a while.
Because
Because you fight him as
you fight him as
Jade.
Cassie.
You fight him as Jade too.
The undead version. I thought they killed him like at the beginning.
He's
Oh,
not dead.
Okay.
They don't kill any of them.
Yeah, pretty much, huh?
Well, it's
They're
weird
still
that
just
they
in-
didn't meet then, because like
Well, because Cabal only stayed with the Black Dragons. He got his ass kicked, and they didn't. You never see him get taken out with Kano and them, because Kano's the only one that leaves.
I guess that's true. Well, no, Aaron Black is with him, and Aaron, you know what? Aaron didn't even see his future self either.
Yeah.
Because all you hear is, "Oh, he's on a diplomatic mission for the Kotal Khan," and you're like,
Yeah, the whole
"Is he
time.
really?"
No, he's trying to find the Dark Tower. That's what he's trying to do.
Dark Tower.
Yeah. It's like that's his diplomatic mission because that deals with time too and like alternate dimensions. He's trying to reset
It's beautiful.
the dimension. Yeah, fucking searching on his quest. That was dumb. Yeah, because they were like, "Oh, you're on our team in the in our timeline," and the guy's like, "No, I don't give
What
a
a
shit."
piss poor excuse, all right.
And
They
it's
go
like, oh, do
"Hey,
you-
but you're on our team for real, and you're like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's like, do you try that on all the ladies? Like,
It's like I work for the highest bidder or something like that, and it's like nobody offered him money.
yeah,
you think the Chronica who can like do time would be like, oh, here's like $1 million. Here you go. Throw it at him.
yeah.
You know, yeah.
That's probably what she did. And that's why he was on their team.
No one can offer me something more than time.
That's right. That's right. Then
I
we
love
get
how they have no guarantee for any of this shit, and they're just going for it.
No, that's exactly what I said. I'm like, he's just gonna take her out of her. He's just gonna
Well,
say, okay.
especially Kano, he's just like, yeah, she's gonna set up the Black Dragons in like every possible business, and it's
when
like,
she takes Shao.
You really
Shao
believe
Kahn,
that?
When she finally Shao Kahn and he's like meeting Kronika inside the hive, right? And he's just like, and then you come work for me because I'm going to do this. And he's like, okay. I'm like, you just believe her? You're just going to say okay just because she said
To be,
so?
you know what though? Like, I wonder because obviously I didn't go into it, but I wonder how well he knew her because he obviously knew Centurion, her daughter, because he's Raiden's brother. Shinnok is an elder
Shao
daughter.
Kahn didn't know about Kronika.
Really?
Yeah, because when they have a meeting and like he was like, "Oh my god, the fucking rumors were true.
Yeah.
Like she exists."
Okay, that's fair. Dude, to be fair though, if you heard like some like goddess, like I would probably kick her at her word too.
I don't know.
She's like, I'll give you money.
Some
All right.
some god you don't know about. I'm gonna do something for you.
Yeah,
And
for
it's
real,
like,
dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Would you rather get fucked? Like, she's kind of the safest bid, to be honest.
And the fucking Jax too. That was so dumb. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this thing for you.
I love
Yeah.
my daughter, but I'm gonna fuck her up first.
It's like, God, what is it with like him and Barrett, they just do stupid shit for their family. And it's just like, is that?
It just like either
he
side
reminds
does not
me of
take
that
a lot
'cause
of
he's campy.
convincing to do anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're
They're
all
just
just like, oh yeah, fuck it, yeah, let's kill these
Okay.
guys. And then like even the guys who have doubt, like Kung Lao, he's like, I don't trust Raiden. And then Raiden betrays him, and then like he's
told
like,
you
I
so.
fucking told you. and then Liu Kang is like, no, he's still good. And it's like, I don't think he's very good, man. His eyes are red, just like they said. Red Eye Raiden. And he's the one that's like
Pink Eye
immune.
Raiden.
He's the one that's immune to this because he lives in all times because he's an elder god, but he doesn't quite remember everything from the past until he needs to.
He's not an elder. He's not an elder.
He's
god.
not an elder god. He's a demigod, right?
He's just the protector of Earth realm. Like they have protectors. Shinnok was an elder god. And there's only 4.
Well, that's his reasoning though, is because he's like a demigod. He's not affected by it in the same way.
But that's why. Well, then that's true because he does go like I have visions
That's-
of another time.
That's what doesn't make sense to
But
me. Is
he-
like evil Raiden disappears somehow, but
Yeah.
Because Raiden
but
is
then
just Raiden.
but then
always
Raiden from
exists.
like 9 comes in, and then it's like
It's yeah. I probably didn't explain it. So like, oh, Kronika did something, and you're like, okay.
But if
And that's how that's my
she
investment. in the
does turn
story.
to sand, and it's like, well, if he's not affected, like, why doesn't she just do that to younger Raiden?
yeah,
It's fair.
exactly.
That was just my investment in the story.
So,
It's just like okay,
The
Okay,
Raiden part is a pretty big plot hole because if he's unaffected by Kronika, why, when everything got switched back, did he revert to his previous self of not being evil yet, and then he turned evil?
Yeah,
Like that is taking
and if she
back the clock.
resets the timeline, how is he not able to remember everything?
Okay, if we're
yeah,
gonna be talking
and then
about
he does
this-
remember stuff though. Remember?
Well, he remembers
If we're gonna be talking
later.
about this, let's talk about how Revenant Liu Kang steals the soul of his younger self, and he doesn't die.
And he becomes
thought
metal.
the same
Yeah.
fucking thing.
Well, he was still alive, remember? Because like all
But-
that happens is he gets hit by lightning.
No, see, it doesn't make sense because if he steals the soul power from his soul in the past and he doesn't somehow die, he still only has his own soul power.
and he'd be and what
I
would be
know.
like an infinite loop of being like weaker and weaker and because like
No,
just going-
well, maybe it's because he was dead. Because technically, that version of Liu Kang is dead.
Yeah,
So he's just taking his
So
soul
he
back.
gave he gave
it's not.
himself a
It's
soul.
not him fighting
It doesn't make
himself in the
sense.
future. It's him fighting a dead version of him. But then the dumb thing is, like, the bad guy wins. The bad Liu Kang wins, and then he becomes the good Liu Kang.
Yeah, the bad Liu Kang, past Liu Kang, and then Raiden all fused together
Yeah,
to become
yeah.
Fire God Liu
to become
Kang.
Triborg.
That was weird. And then he's like, and then when you beat the game, he's like, now that I've been fused with Raiden, we can fix this. And I'm like, did he fuse with you? Because it seemed like he just kind of like loaned it for the weekend, like loaned his powers
They
to you
gave
for
him the
now.
Patara earrings, bro.
But
and they
then
just
he's
fused.
gone. Like I don't know, man.
And then
Fucking-
Raiden randomly shows up, and he's a normal dude, and it was really weird looking. And then he was like, "Hey, you know what? You could just take my powers. You're way better at it than I am.
yeah, you're
Even though you've doing it for like 4 seconds."
yeah,
I will see you in another life.
yeah. I don't like the time plot.
Multiple years allow me.
I think the time plot is kind of poor, honestly. Like, and most of them are.
Any game that has a time plot, it's immediately terrible.
Yeah. People remembering things that they shouldn't remember, like the timeline thing with Raiden. He's like, something
This
will
has
happen. He's like,
happened before.
this has happened before, and it's like, whoa,
And then it's
whoa.
like a 10-minute cutscene of
Dude,
like
I
him
don't-
just
I
fucking
don't- I
fighting
don't
Liu
care
Kang in
how-
different costumes.
How like
Yeah.
not right it was. I love the fuck out of that cutscene.
It was-
That fucking
it was
took
cool,
me back.
but it was also like
Nope, that took me back hard.
No,
Real
so
long.
that was
Watching
supposed
it all.
to, this is supposed to be that Raiden's a god and he's not affected by the time plot
But
the
he
same way other
is
people are.
though. He's still
Not in
affected.
the same way. He's
Yeah.
still affected, but not in the same way.
He just goes in. He
He
goes.
can now all of a sudden see the other dimensions and timelines he's been a part of.
Time for Raiden
Because
is
Raiden
like
is the constant.
time for Raiden is arrival time, where it's all like a one thing. It's not like beginning, middle, end. Time for the rest of them is like Liu Kang has himself now, but himself. But then wouldn't that be more like the timeline in Arrival, where like it's all happening at the same time? So if you go backwards, you're there and you see yourself. But like I don't know, fuck it, I hate it. It's stupid. Hate time. Hate time.
Yeah, dude, all those
The
fights
idea
for
of
like
that shit.
younger selves for fighting older selves was really dumb. It's
Yeah,
just like,
it was
why
kinda
you
cheesy.
can't? If you hit your older self and you hit them with something permanent, then it's just going to happen to you.
Yeah,
You
we
can't-
saw that with.
You can't fight them.
We saw that with what? Kano, is that the guy's name?
Yeah, Kano
Where
got
they
fucking
shot him.
his eye blown out, and then fucking Johnny Cage got the scar on his face.
Yeah. So why are you
And
beating
then
yourself
fucking,
up?
yeah, and then young Scorpion is like fighting old Scorpion. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah, that's just madness. Why would old Scorpion lay a hand on young Scorpion? He's just going to kill himself.
Yeah, you should have just been like, hey, dude, you know what? We get over our anger, and then, you know.
At that point, though, wasn't Scorpion immortal? Wasn't that the one that already? been
Yeah,
in
that
hell?
was Demon Scorpion, so.
The younger one was Demon
Yep.
Scorpion?
Yeah.
Well, then it doesn't... I guess maybe it doesn't quite work for that. I don't know. I think it's fine, though. I think the story is overall okay. It's just kind of giving you a reason to beat people up.
I think, like, too, it just you kind of know what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get a AAA game with a fighting game.
Yeah, not a AAA story at least.
I
That's
mean,
what
again,
I
it's the hardest. Like games like this, it's hard to. I mean, you
know,
don't
I
buy
didn't
the game
mind
to
the
play it
story
for the
in
story.
10.
You don't mind the story, but you're
But
not
I didn't like playing as
this is a
Cassie.
fucking
I didn't
fighting
really
game.
mind
You're
the
playing this
story.
for the fucking game,
wasn't
for the
great.
gameplay.
Yeah,
And it's like if we give it, I'm like, I know its story doesn't deserve high marks; it deserves average marks. But you don't go and watch a porn film and then give it low marks because the skit didn't
I do.
really work for you.
It's
You're not
the
watching
same,
it for the fucking skit.
It's the
Yeah,
same
but
thing.
you
Watching
say
it
that,
for
but
the
then you fast
skin.
forward too fast. Like, oh, she's already sucking dick. Damn it! 30 seconds back.
I got to figure out why she's sucking dick.
Yeah.
yeah. There's
Anyway.
got to be a reason. It's
Did
the
he
pizza
fix
man.
the plumbing? Was
It's
the
the-
pizza wrong?
It's the pizza man, and she didn't have any cash on her for the tip, and she didn't want to give the government the tip, so she gave him a tip that
That's
she,
probably
they couldn't tax.
So she
that's
gave
my
him her
favorite
tip?
vine.
Yeah, she gave him her
Give him
tip.
her she gave him her tip.
That's right.
God. Sausage pizza who?
That's right.
That's
That's
exactly it. No, so it's
well,
hard
it's
to rate
just-
it because
It's like a similar story to Doom, how like the Doom is just there to serve the game.
Right, the
But
thing I-
Doom's story was great.
Dude,
but
I
it's
mean,
easier to
it's
tell
awesome,
a story
but-
in Doom than it is to tell a story in a fighting game.
It
I'd
is.
say that fair.
It is, but I don't like how they just shat on their whole canon in this game. They just said, "Yeah, just kidding. It all has happened before. All of the games have happened before." And then everything from 9 and 10 doesn't matter now because we're resetting.
It opens them up to do a new trilogy. Is all it does.
Yeah, it does.
It also leaves it kind of open for Fire God Liu Kang to be.
The Earthrealm Protector.
Yeah.
That'd be cool
That's
because
fair.
Fire God Liu Kang with his lightning fire powers.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
To me, with them like doing that with the canon, it felt more like the Cloverfield verse, where it's like so many like different things. Like, you mean like do you know about that? Where it's like Cloverfield the movie, and then like the Paradox and Cloverfield Lane, and then that zombie one they did last year, the Nazi zombie one. They're all in the same like thing. Like it's a Cloverfield universe, but because there's so many different realities,
yeah,
each thing is different, and that's how I view Mortal Kombat now. Is there's just different.
It also leaves them kind of open to bring back older characters for like the newer games.
Well, I mean, who do they really kill in this game too? Like Shao Kahn.
Well,
who's already dead.
nobody in this game really died, but like characters from like 9 and 10, like Ermac was gone,
Right,
fucking
Rain.
Kenshi and Rain.
Two of the new
um,
kids. How come the two girls came back and the two boys didn't come back? I mean, I know that fucking like what is her name, Jackson and Johnny Cage are the dads, but
Yeah.
it would have been cool to have like Kung Pao or whatever the fuck his name is.
Kung
Like,
Pao?
I don't remember his name is, but like him and like I want a Kenshi. I want a Kenshi 100%. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted back.
yeah.
It was sweet.
I don't know. I guess it does set it up for another storyline, but I don't know. It just makes it hard to take like a story seriously when it just like retcons it or like
But
it
see,
has the
now-
availability to.
But
just,
now what happens? Because Kronika's dead.
is she though,
She's dead.
or is she endless?
She's dead.
See, that's the thing that I have
She's
to
dead.
question is because like
What if
Raiden,
this is just
Raiden
one of the
couldn't,
timelines where she
Raiden couldn't
loses?
kill Shinnok because he was an Elder God, and Kronika is also an Elder God.
She
and
got
Fire God
trapped-
Liu Kang is not an Elder God, so he can't really kill Kronika.
She's trapped in the sands. She's trapped in the sand.
Maybe.
That's why he's able to redo it. But I mean, like, did he ascend to Elder God status? Because all the other Elder Gods were killed.
She called him a demigod, so I
She
don't
called
know.
him that, but it doesn't mean it's true.
Maybe.
If he can control the sands of time,
Wasn't that the Prince of Persia?
But that would
Wasn't
also
that-
mean that he's like the only
Yeah,
god
Jake Gyllenhaal?
around.
Yeah, doesn't Jake Gyllenhaal control time?
He's the next villain confirmed.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 12.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
He's not even like acting as anybody. He's just
Just
himself.
him.
Yeah, it's just Jake Gyllenhaal. Time is mine. I always knew I was better than Maggie.
I wish I could quit you. Gotta
Yeah,
be in the trailer.
that's what he's saying at the fucking hourglass.
He's got that rabbit from Donnie Darko like right behind him too.
He's one of his minions.
Yeah. One of the like the second to last boss. Fucking rabbit.
Fucking creepy ass rabbit.
Frank.
All right, so what are you guys going to give the story out of 10 then? You can spin it as like, however you feel like if it's a fighter game. I know that's not about the story. What do you think? It's up to you. Like,
There's a lot of stuff that I hate about it simply because it's a time plot, but I give it a 7 simply just because like it allows for older characters to come back, and that's really all you want for like a fighting game. It's like, oh well, we're gonna try and maintain a coherent story while also like bringing a reason back for having these characters.
That's fair.
all right, that's good. What about you, Cameron?
A 6.
A sex?
Sex.
Okay, Zach, what do you think?
I'm going to sit at 6 as well. Yeah.
I thought you liked the story.
I did like the story, but compared to other games I've played this year and been playing, it's just one of those. I mean, because we talked about it earlier, 9 is the best, and
9 is
I
the
didn't
best.
enjoy this story as much as I did 10 or 9. So, and I hated Kronika as a villain. I fucking hate Kronika with everything in my heart.
Yeah. She was really kind of meh.
Yeah, I don't know.
That fucking like gold eyeliner or whatever.
But see,
she had
I
in her
almost gave it a
eyes.
5, but then just the fan service I got from the story, bringing characters back, I've missed.
Yeah,
Like
there was
Noob
some fan
Saibot.
service
I mean,
in
they
there.
fucked Scarlet up, but she's still always one
Yeah.
of my favorite
Noob Saibot is
That
such a
hurt.
cunt.
characters. I love Noob Saibot.
Dude,
God,
them
it's-
messing up Scarlet was really painful for me.
But I mean, they brought back, like they did show Cyrax and Sector and all these other ones.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
you can get Cyrax to fight for you. It's one of the maps.
He'll probably be a DLC character too, I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, they'll DLC everything. Definitely.
See the world.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't like bring back Goro for the time plot.
Goro's dead. Oh, for the timeline? Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well. Yeah, everybody else is back. I'm gonna give it a 7 too. I think it's fine. There's some stupid shit, but really, what it's all about is the gameplay. So, the story mode. Obviously, there's a bunch of fights, but I kind of agree with Zach. It's kind of a lot of cutscenes for a fighting game, and they're not really meaningful necessarily. I kind of
just where
felt like
all
there
the
needs to
plot
be more
is.
fighting, in the story. And sometimes the fights were like these people are kind of mad at each other.
No,
so
Especially when it forces you to play as someone you don't want to fucking play as.
For
Yeah,
a fighting
like-
game, I kind of wish that they had the dialogue for stuff during the fights.
yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Instead of being like, all right, well, now you're going to play like 2 minutes of fighting, and then you're going to have like 15 minutes of cutscene.
I've been sick, especially when it does the round 2 thing, because you can beat the fuck out of someone, and whether you win or whether you lose, you could throw that in there real quick. and then
That's
continue.
another thing for the story mode. I was like, I don't know why they do the 2 rounds.
Yeah, it doesn't-
Why do 2 rounds when you're literally just fighting?
And you're not going to get to fatality.
once?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not going to get to fatalities.
You just
There's no,
fucking friendship.
there's literally no reason
Yeah.
for 2 rounds. It's just it's there to fluff gameplay from when you're
From 3 hours to 6 hours.
Yeah, for when you're literally just watching cutscenes the whole time. Like that
Pretty
game
much, yeah, yeah.
is pretty much. There's 42 fights in that story mode, and then you have the rest of it is cutscene. And those, depending on how quickly you do it, those fights will only last maybe 2 minutes each.
yeah,
So that's not very long.
right.
That's only a couple hours.
Yeah.
I think my main thing with gameplay is negatively is I fucking hated the boss fight with Kronika. I didn't feel like I could actually fight her. I had to block, do 2 fucking pot shots, and then hide again.
Yeah.
because you couldn't combo off on her.
Well, she's harder than any other boss by a lot, too.
Yeah.
Like, when you get to it, I was
See,
like,
and I thought
whoa,
okay,
Jesus.
Shinnok was bad, but I thought Chronica was worse.
I like the idea of her throwing in other
Yeah,
people
Shinnok
for you to
raped
fight
me.
against.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. I think they could have made it to where she had more health, but you could still use your full combos on her, but
Yeah.
maybe not use Fatal Blade.
The guys that they summoned were chubs, though. They, like, sucked
right,
ass.
but maybe she could summon more of them in one fight, and then let us use fucking combos.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
not
Yeah.
being able to use the combos that
'Cause-
we're learning to use this whole time.
Dude, with-
it was
Yeah.
painful.
Yeah, yeah. And
Well,
then when you go to fucking space, the space part, if you lose the first round, the fucking space rocks, dude, I got so pissed at those
Yeah.
because you can't dodge them. They're like so fast that there's no getting out of the way.
Yeah, I beat her first in
She
space.
just rapes you.
And then I decided to beat her again on the first level, too.
Yeah, I beat her on the first level. I was like, fuck this, I'm not losing. Because then it's like a 6-year cutscene that takes like a month to skip.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you try to press start and it's just like showing you the cutscene and I'm like, God, I don't fucking care, man. I've already
Did you
seen
just
it.
go back to chapter select?
No, I just restarted the whole match and killed her. I never exited out and went back.
Oh, so if I lost the first half, I would let her kill me in the second half to just hit retry.
Oh, you can just hit.
I didn't have it. I try. Is there a restart button?
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
you
There's a
can
restart
hit-
match. Yeah, it's a lifesaver. Not as much as the time ability, of course, but yeah, I thought her fight was well
That's
harder
I had to
than
close my
everything else.
door because I was just fucking yelling the whole
Yeah.
time. Like, it pisses me off. She pissed me off more than anything, and it made me not like her as a villain, just because it felt impossible.
There was some bullshit stuff, like when she summoned the fucking T-Rex.
Yeah,
I mean, I absolutely hated the fucking Shinnok fight in the end of 10, but like...
See, I beat the Shinnok fight on my first try when I played.
Really?
10. Yeah.
Dude, Cassie is so fucking awful. Like,
I
how
told
could you
spam-
possibly do
you
that?
spam the bullets. But I beat him on the
He
first
spams
try.
the fucking laser beam thing that he does that covers the entire fucking map.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. I hate Shinnok.
Yeah, Shinnok sucks, but
once
Chronica
I,
was one that made me rage
once
out.
I learned just to do the dragon kick in the Chronica fight over
Yep.
and over again.
Yeah,
it was
oh, yeah.
super easy.
yeah.
Block, block,
Well,
block.
I mean, this fight was easier
not
just
the
because,
bicycle
like,
kick,
you have
because
Liu
you
Kang
can't-
instead of
dragon
Cassie.
kick.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the,
okay.
the fast ass
Kick.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's too stupid to stop it.
Well,
Like,
then you can she's got that projectile too, right? He shoots a fireball.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I do fireball, crouch, dragon kick, fireball, block, kick, and just
The bicycle
Yeah.
kick is what really fucking you'd go to do it, but then she'll block the combo, and then you'd try to follow it up with something, but she'll usually get a kick in.
Yeah.
But when you just do the dragon kick, you kick her back a little bit, and it's easier to do some other one
Yeah.
punches and then follow up
It's
with another
best to
dragon
just
kick.
enhance the dragon kick on her.
But I think for me that's poor. That's a poor boss mechanic,
yeah,
and that really, I wouldn't say made me hate the game, but it made me not like it as much.
you know. And there's also something else. I don't know if you guys felt this too, but on most of the fights, like if I won round 1, like hands down, they would be harder on round 2. Like, they would suddenly be able to do, like, 7-8 hit combos straight up, and I'm like, what the fuck? I just fucking mopped the floor with you, and now...
I'm playing on easy,
I
goddammit!
think it's completely random.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because that's how it felt numerous times, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, I wrecked that guy. I got a flawless victory on round 1, and on round 2, he kicks it off with, like, a 9-hit combo.
There are some times
and
of,
every
like-
time I block, he counters it with, like, the opposite attack, and I'm like, fuck!
There are some fights through the whole fight. I'm like, I feel like I'm playing this on easy because of how stupid this is.
Yeah, yeah.
Is.
And then you'll
And
get
he completely
wrecked.
rounds. And then the next fight, not just with that person, but the whole next fight, it's like the difficulty's ramped. I think it's just completely random with what moves and how well they block and what not it's going to be.
I think it's kind of unbalanced, though. Like, it seems like they don't really know how to make difficulty, like, medium, maybe. Maybe it's just medium, because, like, maybe hard is probably just standard, like, they're going to kick your
I
ass.
think it might affect the frequency that they execute combos and how,
It is random because they can do a bunch of different stuff. Like when I was playing Mortal Kombat 10, they did that stuff all the time and fucking with the Shinnok fight. Like occasionally I would like be beating the shit out of him and then it would be fine, and then randomly he'd like spam his one laser blast a shitload.
Yeah, yeah. Or they'll...
It's just random on like what they do.
Like, they do the combos and, like, you're trying to block, but they like, do the the hit that you can't block right after doing the one that, you know, they like punch you straight on and then you block straight on and then they do like a swooping kick, knock you on your ass, and then they lunge on you, and then I'm like, fucking God, I can't even fucking move.
Yeah, there was when I was fighting fucking Raiden in one of the parts, he kept doing the fucking teleport thing on me like 1,000 times.
Yeah. I feel like it gets really unbalanced at times, and that's the only complaint I have for gameplay. I love the fatalities. I love the brutalities. The game is a lot of fun to play. The extra modes, the towers, blast, total blast, dude.
Oh yeah.
There's ones that give you like extra little. There's like the standard classic tower where you just go up the tower and it's X amount of levels high, however you want it to be. And I did a couple of those because there's like a trophy for doing 250 of them, I think, which is fucking nuts.
Wait, 250 levels or just completing
Towers.
the ladders?
250 towers, yeah. But there's also a bunch of time towers that you can do that give you like different skins and like different unlockables
Yeah.
and
That
like
Infinite
things to
Tower looks
craft.
cool.
Yeah.
That'd be the coolest thing if you like for like a streaming one time is just seeing how far you can get all the Infinite Towers.
Yeah, that'd be fun. There's a lot of stuff like that.
Chronica's Time Towers.
Yeah, I enjoyed those where
They're
you
like weekly.
Yeah, they're like weekly, and some of them are hourly, and like it resets, and it's got like new rewards, stuff you can craft. I haven't gotten to the crafting part I think it's in the
Crypt.
crypt. Yeah,
I have accessed it. I haven't used it because I'm still exploring.
yeah. So
The
you
crypt
can,
is probably one of my favorite parts of this game.
Yeah?
The crypt is fun.
that's another game mode where you can spend all of your coins, unlocking more shit, and then you can actually even spend your coins unlocking boxes to unlock with your coins.
Pro strat. Look up. So so when you go in the crypt, there's going to be red chests, like random chests dotted around the map. They're the only chests that are static in the game. Find out what character you play as the most and find those ones. I wasted mine on fucking Jax because I didn't know it was static. I thought they were like randomized.
Wait, the ones where you have to like smash the statue head?
You have to give like the hearts. They're the only ones that cost the hearts.
Yeah, the
in
ones
game.
where you have to smash the
Yeah,
statue.
so they're the
Okay.
only so they're the only static ones in the game.
Yeah, I wasted some hearts on the one for Jade.
Yeah. Oh, see, that'd have been nice.
I
I
did- I-
would have taken Jade over Jax.
I didn't know like
yeah,
if
Jax
it
is
said-
trash in this fucking game.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, fuck. So look it up. It's just worth it. Don't dick around.
I'll have to find the one for Scorpion.
Just got to play as Baraka, man, then you get all you want. Baraka's great, yeah.
Baraka's shit.
Baraka became a good guy.
Fucking
yeah.
shit.
I love Baraka. It's fucking.
No, I like
Baraka
Rocket
has
too.
the
When I
spammiest
figured out
fucking
that
lunge move, though.
when I figured out that little like scissor hand thing in the old game, I just sat in the corner and just fucking scissor hand, dude. Because you could do it.
Baraka Scissorhand.
You could do it forever. In the first one, there was no stopping. It was just.
Yeah, it was
if
as
you
long
could
as
like,
you hit.
yeah, if you keep tapping it, it will go, and no one can fucking get in there. They have to hit you with like a ranged hit or something. So if someone's for some reason retardedly trying to kick you or jump in and attack you,
Just make that salad.
that's right. Yeah, chop that lettuce.
You know what? They didn't bring Reptile back either.
You can use them in the tower mode. There's like consumable items that you get, and you use the right stick, and you can. One of the moves is Reptile shoots in like an acid shot, so he's involved. Yeah, it's just like
It was
the acid
Reptile?
move. Yeah, it was Reptile's acid shot coming in from the side.
It's surprising because Aaron Black has that acid flask thing that he throws.
Yeah, it's just like the ball of acid that Reptile classically has, and it's just like a consumable item, and that's another way to make those game modes really fun. Like if you're in a real tough fight and you guys are almost dead, you can just spam like a move that comes out of the sky and just hammers them for that last little bit, and you win the tower.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, the towers are really cool. I think the tower part is the best part of the game. There's another thing where you can set up AI teams, and this is like where it kind of becomes Shadow of War. If you guys remember this function in Shadow of War, I know you guys probably don't because you didn't actually finish the game. But near the end, you can actually start storming people's keeps, and you can start storming their strongholds.
And then you have your AI fight their AI.
No, you go in as yourself.
Oh, and you fight their AI.
Yeah, this is where it's like a weird hybrid. You go in with your bros and you fucking take them over, and if you can take them over, you get a bunch of points and like some daily rewards and shit. If not, they get points. And you also have to set up your base so that other people can attack you while you're offline, and you can kind of see the results of that.
That's
it's
cool.
It's a weird hybrid of that where you don't actually play the game at all. in this one, where you set up a team of AIs based on like the other team, because there are some characters that are just kind of.
Have you messed with your AI's stats?
No, I haven't. I've left them at base. I don't know how to do that yet.
It's in the customization thing. When you're like on your character, you can change their weapons and abilities. Like the farthest one out is for the AI, and you can change how much they grapple, how much they parry stuff, how much they like go in to do combos, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you have 60 points, and you have to allocate them in all the little areas.
Oh, okay. That'll make it easier. So basically, I'll like select to start an AI match. I'll find a team, and I'll look at. I can see their like win-loss record or whatever, and I basically set my AI guys against their defender AIs, and then I just turn it to ×4 speed and watch them just beat the shit out of each other, and then the game ends. So it's like a weird thing that's a hybrid between Shadow of War's online raid thing, but also Shadow of War's like fighting pit thing. If you guys remember that.
Yeah.
Where you would like get an orc or an auric, and you would get them to fight other orcs, but you would just have to watch it. That's pretty much what this is. It's a really fast way to earn coins, because you don't have to play it at all. You just
See, I haven't done that. I'll have to do that.
Yeah, there's like a trophy for doing one of them, or no, 10 of them, and then like 25. I think I have like 20 done. Mm-hmm. It's a good way to just get really fast coins. Yeah, I kind of want to. And then also, when they do fatalities as the AI character, it counts towards your trophies.
No shit.
Yeah, so I don't have to do them on some of them. So I just choose characters that I don't want to play as. Unfortunately, they're usually shit characters that lose, so they don't get a fatality. But if they do both of their fatalities themselves, or one that I haven't done yet, I get the trophy for the fatality.
That's dope.
So it totally counts it. Yeah,
That's
so I was like, fuck
badass.
yeah. Fucking Platinum's itself, man.
Ed Boon is a grateful god.
That's right. So there's a lot of stuff to do in this game. I think the gameplay is pretty damn good, and I love the towers, and like the Chronica ones especially, because you get those special little rewards. You get like there's dailies in the game too. It'll be like win a round as Baraka, and then you do it, and then you go open up the little daily chest, and you get like a ton of coins, and then like some random items too. So it keeps you coming back. The towers expire after a while, and the rewards change, so that keeps. You want to kind of keep an eye on that. The tutorials get pretty in depth. I could only do the beginner tutorial, and I could barely finish the last thing with like the scorpion grapple extra attack combo thing.
I think you get some skins if you finish the tutorial.
Yeah. So there's that to help you just advance with the game.
On that same note, too, even like the ones with the character like specific one for them, you can keep replaying until you get all the skins too, because you're not going to get everything the first shot.
Yeah.
So it's something that just keeps coming back. And I
Exactly,
guess that plays more
yeah.
into replayability, but
Yeah.
something that.
It makes the gameplay a lot of fun, and I played a bunch of that. I've like the last few days, I've done so many freaking towers. I've probably done like 20, 25, 30 towers in the last few days. A lot of them are just like the little nubbin towers. Like,
Road to 250.
Yeah. Road to 250. It's like two people at a time in one tower, and I'll just keep fucking doing that one for forever. Because at first I thought you had to at least do like the 4 or 5 man tower, and I was like, that's going to take so fucking long to clear. That's like 1,250 fucking people I have to beat down to get a silver trophy. So yeah, there's a lot of that, and then you can go spend the coins you get in the crypt. The first time you do the towers, like each variation of tower, because there are ones where it's like you get the extra items. There's ones where I think it's like a time thing. I don't know what was going on with the time one, because I didn't feel like I was running out of time or like dying because of the time. I was just dying because I was getting fucked. But each tower, like when you complete it for the first time, each style of tower, you get like a bunch of extra coins and like experience and shit like that. And your character, you have a level yourself, as you guys saw. And as you level up, you get more coins and unlock more shit. And then your characters, they don't have levels like they do in. I remember that was one of the weird things in Injustice. They had like character levels.
Personal levels, huh?
Yeah.
You had character levels, and then there was like the gear.
And I'm glad they moved away from that in this one. I kind of like just getting extra gear and like more skins for the characters, and then you having your level.
There's some really major like gameplay changes though from like Injustice 2 to this as well.
Yeah,
They took out some of the combo mechanics with guns. That
Yeah.
pissed me off in Injustice 2.
I like how they
Which I'm
kept
grateful
the. I feel like Injustice was the first one to do the environment stuff, wasn't it? where like you just beat him with stuff in the environment?
The first Injustice.
But see, that's an
think.
older Mortal Kombat thing too. Not like technically being like with it, but like I guess no stage fatalities. Stage fatalities were a thing for a long time. But
yeah. I mean,
But
like
beating, I
picking up
guess what you're
the
saying.
picking up the spear and fucking
Yeah.
jamming it through him.
I think that was Injustice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
and then
I
they
remember
did it
doing that.
in Mortal Kombat 10, like right after.
Yeah. So they kept to that, and that makes the match fun because every once in a while you'll be able to pull off like a
Throw a Tarkatan woman in it.
throw a Tarkatan woman at the fucking like we need to save these people and just
That
fucking
was-
chuck it.
That was one of the funny things about Mortal Kombat 10 is like there's like this random little old lady that's like walking by on one of the levels,
dude.
and you can just pick her up and fucking huck her at one of the guys.
And it's Kotal Khan.
Yeah.
You're fighting Kotal Khan in that level too.
Oh
You
my
just
God,
pick up the
wow.
old lady and toss her.
Fucking perfect. He just has like the best levels. Best levels for the worst character.
He's not the worst character.
Dude, he's so fucking slow.
You have to like know how to play Kotal Khan though.
I like his
wouldn't
saw.
say you
I like his
should,
saw
but
move.
you have to know how to play it.
So fucking good.
Which is
If
good.
you can get used to him and you can do that fucking Panther move that he does.
Yeah, I did the
he's-
Panther one a lot.
He's fucking broken, dude. There's another one that he can do where he like turns into a panther and he like zooms him like halfway across the map. That one like increases his speed like a lot.
I like that, and then I like his close range like ground attack where he like stabs into the ground or stomps and it
And
like
then-
rips it open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
That's a
some good
one.
combos with that. I don't know. He just seems really
He
fucking
also has
slow,
that
man.
beam of light that heals him and then slightly burns the enemies who walk
Yeah.
into it.
That one was fun as when I was playing Baraka because like he would just stand in it and I would just sit there with the scissor hand and just fucking wreck him. He's getting like a little tiny tick up with his health and I just
Dude, my favorite is
do
when
the
you can-
R1 and I'm like, where's your fucking health now, loser?
Where's your god now, Kotal?
with
Yeah.
with
Your
Kotal.
shit.
It's really fun with Kotal if you can do that like light, the little beam of light, and then do the saw move.
Oh,
on them
Jesus.
While they're getting fucking burned, because it's so good. Like they're just sitting in it the whole time. They're just going
Fucking melting like butter.
Yeah, dude, it does a lot of damage. It's really funny.
God. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to play in the game. And then, yeah, the crypt, there's a ton of unlockables.
The thing with that too is I think it's dope. Is like you get Shao Kahn's hammer like straight off, and you get like
Yeah.
Ermac's amulet, and like, to access different areas you have to have like Motaro's horn for like part of it, and like if you find it's explore, it's fun. It's good
I
callbacks.
only found one of the extra things, I think. I don't know where to look for the rest. I think
You just walk around.
yeah.
You'll find
Well,
it.
you got to sprint, though, because you have to sprint for 5 miles to get that silver trophy.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Walking is out of
Actually,
the
but who
question.
walks anyway? Because it's too slow.
I don't know. I did. I don't know. That it was too slow. I was like, wow, this seems really easy. And then I ran out of coins, and I was like, oh, fuck. There's not enough coins in this game. But yeah, it's not too grindy to unlock the stuff. I mean,
You just walk around, really.
yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, like unlocking coins to go unlock more stuff.
Well, there's like a stupid way to get a little bit of coins. Like if you smash stuff while you're in the
Yeah,
crypt,
yeah.
like you get some coins.
Yeah,
it's like it's a really tiny ass amount, like 10 coins, but like you get
You just
some.
go and desecrate graves. You're like, oh, sweet, 50 gold.
Yeah.
You go and spend it.
It's funny when you're like, you almost have enough, and then you just go like destroy a skeleton or two, and then you come back and unlock it. You're like, yeah,
You're like, fuck you.
take it. The towers though, they give you plenty, and then like just keeping track of the daily stuff that you have to do. There's a lot of cool gameplay elements. It pulls from a lot of other games, and it really makes it come together nicely.
Yeah,
But that would probably my big complaint, like I said, is it feels like when you rape someone in the game, when you just totally wreck. When you rape someone,
the fucking pause you had, I
When
was
you-
like,
when you rape someone,
Is this a confession?
and then you get taken to Pound Town in prison for your sex crime in round 2, and they just fucking come out of nowhere, and they just are like, not this time, and they fuck you up. Like that, it just, I don't know, man. It's like the catch-up mechanic in racing games. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, the cops are a mile behind now. The cops are right behind you. Ooh, it's more intense.
the
It's like,
ketchup mechanic.
yeah, and like racing games, like in like,
Or like in the most
You mean
wanted?
like the tailwind thing, where like you get more speed if you ride right behind somebody?
yeah, like that. Yeah,
That's a thing that's in every racing game.
it's dumb. I don't like it. I don't like it when it's not really a race. It's me trying to
you
escape.
don't like it when you're in the first, and you're like, "Yo, get off my tail."
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
get what you're
That's why you
saying.
gotta like do some sweet ass driving.
You got to drop a banana peel at the window and fucking annihilate them. Yeah, that's the one thing about gameplay that bothered me. It's like it does seem really sporadic, and sometimes it's like, wow, this doesn't feel easy at all. And
I think it's
trucked the
because
last
like
fight.
I think it's like with the AI. I think every time you fight, their AI stats change.
Yeah, I think
Like
so
I think
too,
that's
yeah.
what it is. It's like it gets randomized. So like one time, like they'll focus more on trying to throw you, but you're like blocking them and beating the shit out of them. And then next time it's like, oh, they fucking comboed the fuck out of you because their
Yeah.
combo is like way
And
higher.
that
than
it makes
the
it
rest.
feel like you're being exploited because there are things that you're not good at, and then every once in a while that'll be the thing that they're really good at, and you can't stop it because you're just not good at blocking or countering or
You
knocking
can-
back their grab or whatever it is.
I'm pretty sure, at least you can in other fighting games. In the training thing, you can set your opponent to start doing things that you aren't good at fighting against.
That's
so
a-
you can
yeah.
get good at blocking that and plowing through it.
Yeah. What about online? Did you guys play any online?
I haven't played any online.
I
for
played
this
a
one.
little bit of online. Not a lot.
I got destroyed.
I played a little bit online. It was immediately destroyed. So
Yeah, lots of spam, lots of really good comboing that I just can't stop. I don't know. I'm just not very good at the game. But luckily, there are some good tutorials in there, some good ways to get better at the game. You can go through the main story again, up the difficulty, get a ton of coins to unlock extra shit while also getting better at the game, playing on the higher difficulties. So, like, it gives you the opportunity to train and become better if you choose to take that. So
Yeah, I mean, it just takes practice. I mean,
yeah, and
really.
I haven't played a fighting game in a while, so like, not very good.
One of the things that I kind of have mixed feelings about is that one of the things I hated in Mortal Kombat 10 was when they had like 3 different versions of one character, like 3 different playstyles for him, instead of just like having different characters or whatever. They were just like, oh, well, you can select a playstyle for this one character, but we're going to cut the roster in half. And then they have something similar with this one where instead of having you can choose a kind of different playstyle a little bit, they have 2 versions for player 1 and player 2 essentially when you pick the character, but then you also have the ability to kind of manipulate what skills and abilities the characters have, but you only have like 3 points to mess around with it, so it's kind of, I don't know, I don't really care for it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because it kind of takes away from the characters themselves. Like one of the biggest moves that like Jade has always been able to do is like her pole vault move, where she'll like, do the stick thing and like do a kick, like an arcing kick.
Yeah.
And she can't do that in this game as a base thing. You have to like go and set that up.
Yeah, it does kind of shit on some of the old classic moves that you're so used to them doing, especially when the default character doesn't have that move.
Do you know who had a good classic move?
Yeah.
Was a Noob Saibot's jumping into the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, good move.
Fucking hate Noob Saibot, man. I hate playing against that fucker.
Good classic move.
Yeah, he's too. He's a pain.
He's too versatile, way
You
too
guys, I'm
fast.
sorry you guys suck.
I am too. That's why he's noob. He's only for noobs.
Oh, it's okay. I proved myself with Iron Black.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that that kind of aspect. I mean, I don't mind that you can kind of customize your own character, and that is cool in a way. But at the same time, it kind of feels like, oh, you know what? They could have had all these abilities anyway.
Yeah. Like
It's
it's
like-
not. It's just change the combo up if you are out of space. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
you
they
don't have to do alternate costumes. Which one's the one that did like the sword one? You had like you could like change your stance and you would pull out the sword as the ninjas. Was that 9?
No,
'Cause that
was they had something like that for 10, kind of.
Or it was almost like
But-
changing your stance
But
or
there was
something.
there was an older game that did that. Was it Deception? I feel like it was a PS2 era.
I think
one,
it was Deception.
where you like had where you could switch between like fists and then weapon stance.
Yeah, and I liked that because that kind of takes care of what you're saying. Like you could just switch it and then you have that one pull.
Yeah, because like
pull
if
move.
it goes back to like having that pole vault as Jade. It's like well,
Yeah.
you can't do it if you don't have. You're not in the like your rod stance.
Well, even
Yeah.
like some of the other things, like where it's like, oh well, it'll show you the move, and then it's like, yeah, it doesn't really clash with anything, and then it's like, oh, you can do this move by doing this, you can do this move by doing this, and it's like, oh well, this will change up this one move, and I was like, okay, why not just give them all of their moves and then be able to customize your character by switching up the variation of the move that you want? Because it's like, oh, well, this move will make it so that you throw 2 of these things, or, oh, this move will make it so that, like, it arcs a little bit. Like, well, why don't you have that instead of being like, oh, well, you have to choose between like having a specific move in there and then also being able to cancel a teleport. Like, that's fucking stupid. I don't really care for that.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
That's fair. I don't know. That being said, I think I'm still going to give gameplay a 9. I think it's pretty fucking good. It's a lot of fun to play. I've been playing it since I finished it, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I love the variations with the towers, taking on those. The crypt is fun. It's pretty, like, I don't know. I haven't really done a ton of exploring. I found a couple things, but I just like the style of it. I don't know. It's kind of cool just being able to just desecrate all these dead bodies and get some more coins and unlocking these cool little things for these characters. I kind of like it so far.
I think I'll give it an 8. It doesn't feel as smooth as I feel like it should be. It's a lot slower than the previous games have been, and Mortal Kombat's always been a game about speed, so it kind of feels like it's taking away from normal Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah, I thought it was slow too.
And then just like little minor clashes in how I feel like it could have been designed with the ability sets and stuff like that.
All right. What about you guys?
I'm definitely going to give it a 9. To me, I felt like the whole reason to play the game is the gameplay, and I quite enjoyed playing the game. So
I'm going to have to get you to play 9.
I don't have 9 to compare it to. So,
well, even 10. I mean, I hated parts of 10 too, but still, 10 was faster.
Oh, okay, it's faster.
I'll give it a 9 as well. I did enjoy 9's gameplay more. But it's for me, maybe it's the nostalgia is doing it, but I still had fun. Like, it's something that I've been looking forward to this game since they announced it, and I wasn't let down with the game.
Maybe it's like Windows, like every odd numbered Windows is like a good Windows, like the even ones are the shits.
Well, I mean, even it's still decent. Like, it's still a really good fighting game. It's just that I don't know, like, for me, the previous Mortal Kombats have felt more Mortal Kombat-y. You know what I mean? They're faster, they're smoother to do moves and things. I don't know. It's this one just doesn't feel like a day one purchase kind of thing. Like the others would have been.
All right. Sound and music. So voice acting, soundtrack, atmosphere, all that shit, the sound effects. I think the sounds were all pretty good. It had like a nice chunk, and like everything sounded really awesome in the headphones.
Yeah.
Which is like the only way to play games anymore, to be honest. The music I thought was pretty cool overall. Like, it was kind of stock for most of it, but there were some pretty intense, like, heavier parts that really worked well, and they kind of complemented the gameplay and story as we went along. Anything where like the bones are crunching sounds fucking awesome. With the headset on. The voice acting though, that's the big detractor from this area. There's some bad,
so much, dude.
There's some bad voice acting.
Even in other sounds, like sometimes when you get like really into some of the fight scenes with guns and then just the punching, it's like they use the same bass sound for gunshots as for body shots with just punching someone. So just the overload of just sounds coming at you during all those cutscenes, man.
Yeah. Who's your least favorite voice actor?
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Is that Sonya?
Yeah,
her and Cassie. I was just like,
yeah, Cassie, fucking kind of.
I just hate Cassie. In general.
Yeah. I don't know. I like
Ronda. I didn't like. Who was it? Trying to go through all of them again. I just remember one of them I didn't feel like I liked. Ronda was top. Maybe Jacqueline. I'm not sure. Jackie.
I could see that.
It's not like sound, but like every time I see Baraka try to talk, it pisses me off. Like watching his teeth move.
Yeah, those
The
Tarkin,
Takatans.
the Takatans, like every time they would talk in their language and stuff, just listen for sounds that require lips to make.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they shouldn't be able to make it, but yet they do make those sounds.
Yeah.
I just hate the
Even in
fucking
their own
Dash.
language. They
Maybe
can make
maybe the
guttural
lips
sounds,
are on
they
the
can make-
inside
they can
of their
make
mouth.
tittering sounds. They can make
Maybe it's the lips between their hips.
but any of the softer just any of like the softer lip sounds they should not be able to make, and yet they do it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't like phonetically make sense based on how sound comes out of people. Unless they have like crazy tongue play, they can like simulate lips inside of their mouths with their tongues.
That'd be crazy.
They're just way more advanced than people give them credit for.
They have like little like plastic lips. I got her.
Yeah, plastic
Throw 'em in
lip.
before they go outside.
Yeah, something. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, that it doesn't make any sense that you can understand a single fucking word that they're saying in that game. Overall, though, everybody else was fun. Like Johnny Cage was good, well acted. You know, most of the characters I would say are pretty decent at the very least. There were just a couple that were really fucking painful.
I can't tell if Kronika's was a good actress or if she just played the or sucked. Because Kronika was pretty like.
Pretty bland.
I didn't have anything wrong
But like,
with her voice.
but
acting.
it's with the character. That's
she
what
was
I'm
kind
saying.
of like an
she-
emotionless
Exactly,
being,
that's what I'm
so,
saying. Like,
it
was she a
okay.
good voice actress or was she just shit?
I didn't
Yeah.
have any problems with her.
Well, I didn't have it either. It's just something I thought about. It's like,
Yeah.
well, like like how do you judge that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she sounded emotionless, and she was an emotionless character, so I'm going to say it was all right.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
could like that. I could pull that off.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to give sound and music. I'm probably going to give it a 7. It's pretty decent. The soundtrack is all right. There's not really anything that stands out super well with the music. There's a couple good voice actors, a couple really bad ones.
I think one of the major wins is they didn't have any rap music in the actual game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I miss the
None of
days.
that trailer.
I miss the days when like radio rock was like the thing in games. You know what I mean? Like you
Like
get
the
like
old,
a
like basketball shit. Like
yeah,
street ball,
yeah, like the fucking Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003. It's got like saliva and shit in there.
or
Like,
what was it, Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
What?
yeah, it's
got
like
some of
fucking
that shit.
saliva. It's like boom, here comes the boom. You're like fucking teeing off. I'm like, yeah, this is. I mean, it's not great rock, but yeah. And then they get to the new one, and it's just like fucking hardcore gangster rap, and I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking golfing here, like
balls and holes.
Ain't nobody
motherfucker.
listen to gangster rap and
yeah,
golfing.
I'm like, who the fuck is this
I was
marketed
listening
to?
to rock while golfing either.
That's true, yeah. Not like radio rock for sure. I mean,
No,
They're
they
just
just-
picking the
golf is all about
popular
swear
music of the
words.
day.
they kind of are, yeah. And yeah, I agree. It's just kind of dumb, and it doesn't really fit in a world like this. I mean, I've brought this up a bunch of times. Like when I was obsessed with the idea of the second Prince of Persia game because it has Godsmack's I Stand Alone. And I was obsessed with that song for like years and years and years. And when I finally got to that game, the soundtrack was one of the worst parts. Like, it was a great metal soundtrack, but I'm like, I'm playing a fucking Middle Eastern guy killing Middle Eastern dudes. Like, yeah, the first game's soundtrack was Middle Eastern and it was amazing. And now it's this fucking metal chugging bullshit. Like,
That would be like
doesn't fit.
That'd be like having God of War and their amazing soundtrack, and then throwing in some like fucking metal song in there.
yeah,
As much as
yeah.
I love metal and love God of War, I don't want it to. Get
It doesn't match, yeah, because God of War is about the Greek and Roman stuff, or like now it's
The
about the
Norse.
Nordic stuff. That's that's the music you need. So like, it worked in here, but like, god damn it,
Kratos fighting ballers, I Come Blood is just playing in the background.
yeah.
Welcome to the candy shop. This is murdering people.
Well, it's like, in line with like the beats too, just beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Like, it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really work. But this game, it didn't really have any problems like that for me. I don't know. It worked.
They
yeah,
stuck to what they're good at.
I am glad though. I agree. I'm glad there's no fucking rap in the game. That'd be ridiculous.
That was the worst part of the trailer because it's like, oh, it's dope. Why the fuck is this here? It's like a mumble rapper bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a 7 too. Nothing too bad detracting except for those few voice
Yeah,
actresses that
seven
were like.
for me, and it mostly because of Rhonda.
Yeah, give me a 7 as well.
All right, 7s for all. All right, so the design and graphics of the game, how does it look? How is it set up? I mean, what do you think?
I think it looks great.
I think I'll give it a 9. Everything looks great. All the fatalities look fucking awesome. Everything
Oh
is
yeah.
The only real detractor is fucking Jackie's entire design.
Jesus Christ, dude. You
Dude,
gotta get
I
off that.
fucking hate it.
Goddamn Crocs.
Awful. Dude, the fucking foot Crocs.
It just looks futuristic. is
No,
all
it doesn't. It doesn't
People
look
wear those
futuristic.
fucking
It looks
shoes now.
People in the future look retarded, Craig. I don't know what to tell you.
Cyberpunk.
fucking ridiculous.
Look
Yeah.
at
I
at
had
the
no issue with her design at all. I don't think any of us did.
Yeah, I'm sure like old people look at like man buns and shit, and they're like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" I mean,
yeah,
I
the
look at that
twat
too.
knot. Yeah, like it looks fucking retarded. That's-
Dreadlocks in a bun looks
That's a
ridiculous,
fucking real look.
especially when she's got like this futuristic armor, and then she's wearing, and they only go down to like
you
her
want a futuristic
fucking like
scrunchie?
ankles.
Craig, you don't.
And then, like, she's got fucking ankle space between her fucking, like, where her pants end, and then just these fucking tiny ass foot Crocs.
That's what she wants you to believe.
I think you look
but
too
it's
much,
guarded.
man. You looked at it too much. Eh.
Do you have a foot
This
fetish?
is a common hairstyle
Yeah,
for
Craig,
people with dreadlocks.
Craig,
That's how they keep them out of their face.
Dreadlocks aren't really a style. They're just for people with nappy, horrible hair.
It's part of a religion.
It like takes care, because you don't need to wash the hair because it's bad.
Is best in a dreadlock. That's it. So having a dreadlock in a bun is like having a man with a man bun or a woman
just-
with
it
her
just-
hair
Yeah,
up in a
it's
bun.
like having a curly-haired
It's just having a
person
bun, Craig.
with a bun.
It just
Yeah,
looks ridiculous.
because the
No.
dreadlocks, it's like part of your life.
If you have dreadlocks up there,
This is a common,
Give hate mail to
common
Craig.
style, common look.
Send
And
him all
it's
the
how they
pictures.
keep
I
their
don't
hair
know
in
why
their
you're
face.
defending this. She's
Because
awful.
I think
Stop
it's
it.
stupid that you have a problem with the dreadlocks in a
It's
bun.
that's
I don't understand
that's
why
the
it hurts
most
you so
minor
much.
part. It's literally the foot Crocs and then the inch and a half of fucking like ankle space. It just looks really
All
stupid.
right, but if you want to go tactical too, like her arms are exposed as well. Like,
well, at least she has like the fucking arm guards and shit, and
But
the,
she
the
really
guns
didn't-
on her hands.
I mean, see, then what does it matter if you have Crocs? Maybe they're
fucking
faster.
stupid.
You just want to be cozy.
Yeah.
Those fucking shoes.
You
want
wanna
to
feel the
stupid
blood
in
in between
general,
your toes.
and they're literally just like fucking tiny as shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 9 too. I think it looks fucking great. Playing the game, I was like, man, they really went all out with the graphics on this thing. It looks real good. No real design flaws, no frame drop or anything like that. The areas look nice. It looks slick. They all make sense for the world, and yeah, I think everything looks great. The fatalities are fucking brutal.
I'm
as
gonna give
fuck.
it. I'm gonna give it a
Background's
10 for
pretty sweet.
design and graphics. That blood and gore, just the fucking fatalities, and even they're not called brutalities anymore.
No, they have brutalities.
No, I'm talking your combo move, like the L1 and R2.
Oh, the
All of them
the
are
fatal
dope.
move.
Yeah, fatal moves. All of them are sick. I haven't
Yeah.
seen one with a character even that I've hated that I haven't been like, that's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like, it's sweet.
I kind of miss the function
X-ray?
they had in like 9 and 10, where
X-ray?
it was just the X-ray attacks.
I do miss the X-ray. And these are basically X-rays. They just don't
I mean,
show
yeah,
you.
they
They just
are.
don't show
but
you. The
but you
X-ray.
can't like you can only do one per match though.
True.
No,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. Well, what it used to be in 9 and 10, it was a meter. So once you hit the meter,
Yeah, so like the stuff
whether
that
you're
you
doing
use
that,
to
like,
charge your
meter-
moves, like that would fill up all the way, and then you'd use your X-ray.
Oh,
That's
see,
what
in
that
this one, I think it's cool when they do the little X-ray cam when you like break their skull or break their
Yeah.
ribs, stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
But I can understand why they took that out because that does get cheap after a while. The filling it up to use it for an X-ray move
Yeah, but
because you can spam the fuck out of that.
you can't really spam
Yeah,
it.
you can get at least.
it takes
you can
like
get it-
basically
you
the
can
whole
get it
match
if-
to get it up.
No, it doesn't. Not if you're doing good hits. If you're getting hits and taking hits and you bounce it out enough, you can get 2.
Yeah, but you'd still have to like sacrifice not enhancing any of your moves.
Doesn't matter when you have an X-ray move that takes half their life away.
Not all of them. Fucking Sub-Zero's is awful, dude. It doesn't do shit for damage.
He breaks your pancreas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He like crushes it in his hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I didn't need that anyway. Thank you.
Appendectomy, bitch.
Boom. No fee.
Flash freeze.
I was feeling inflamed.
Yeah, thank you, Sub-Zero. What do you think, Cameron? What do you think about the graphics and design?
Well, I think it's another part that makes a Mortal Kombat game is just the gratuitous nature of the violence, and the graphics live up to this time and what the PS4 could push out. So that's definitely going to get a 9 for me.
All right, awesome. All right, so we are to our final and some would say most important, especially for a game of this genre category, the replayability. How likely are you to play it again? Not necessarily just the story, since we know this game has a ton of extra shit online. Towers, the crypt. Like, will you guys play it again, and why?
I played it immediately after I beat the game. I went and started doing towers
Yeah.
and the crypt. So
Yeah, I'd probably keep coming back to this to play with friends too. So
100%.
yeah, replayability is definitely a 10 for me.
it's one of those things where you can just you just invite people over and like, hey, I got a multiplayer game. What do you got? Yeah, let's play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and you
Let's
play
just
that
play.
all day.
I'm gonna give it a 10 as well.
That's one of the things I love about fighting games is they have like an infinite amount of replayability.
Yeah.
Like there's always something to do, and then it's a game that everyone can easily just pick up and play. Like it's just one of those things.
You could play it on easy, and you can actually get better at it. I mean, they have the tutorials there. They have the training. You can really start to become one of those guys that's really sick online, just like playing those combo tutorials over and over again, and just really hammering down a character or two characters, and then like expanding your competent roster as it goes along. That's one of the things that kind of detracts from the story mode, is you don't really get to choose. And I kind of like fighting games where you choose the player that you're fighting as.
The story mode, I kind of like how they do that, because it kind of gives you the chance to see who you kind of want to play.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of what shooter story modes do too. They let you play with the guns and get the mechanics down, and then they're like, now go kill people online.
Yeah.
It's a training mode.
I'm going to
almost.
add to that with Craig's. It makes you play with people like you wouldn't normally have picked up someone like Centurion or whatever. Like maybe you wouldn't have picked her up, and you play as during the game a little bit, and you're like, oh fuck, she's actually good. I'm actually decent with her.
Yeah,
like let's pick her up. Let's do this. Let's see what I can do. I
That's
think
true.
With that as well.
Yeah, like there might be like some stuff that you don't like about the character, but then you find out like, oh, this character has like a bullshit combo, or like this one move with her is really fun to
or like,
use.
oh, they only
like,
use stance 1 or stance 2 on the game mode, but you can do these stances. Oh, I unlocked this move. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Like,
it's some
wonderful.
cool stuff.
It's
Yeah, I found myself playing. I've played most of my rounds as Baraka and Liu Kang this time, because I used to always play as Sub-Zero, and this time I was like, you know what, I'm going to kind of branch out. And I remember playing a lot of Baraka in the first game, and I really liked him because of his bullshit combos. And I don't know, I feel like this game did a really good job of that, like you're saying. There are a few other characters that I played as. I kind of like most of the melee characters in the game, like anyone who's just straight up punching and doesn't have like weird weapons. I enjoyed playing as them because they seemed a little bit faster.
Yeah, the way you put that in the chat when you were telling me that made me laugh.
Yeah, the melee characters.
Because well, you were just. I was like, well, who's your main? He's like, oh, I don't know. It's kind of like a bunch of people, all the beat 'em up characters, and I'm like, the beat 'em up characters.
Well, yeah, Craig, I'm talking beat them up, not cut them into pieces. That cuts like half of the roster out.
No, it's just the way you put that. I was like, that kind of covers all of the characters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thanks for narrowing that down a little.
Everyone who doesn't use a weapon, I was enjoying a lot. So like Liu Kang, I thought was a lot of fun this time.
He was really fun.
And he was the guy at the very end of the game, so I mean, you got to
Yeah.
really hammer him down. I remember finding out his fucking bicycle kick in the first game, dying of laughter. And then the voice acting for him is so over the top in the game. Like he's like,
yeah,
it's my turn to go, and he's like, in the cutscene.
It's because he's kind of based off of Bruce Lee, and so he's got to do those noises.
Yeah. I think I could see myself playing through the campaign again. Even I'd probably skip all the stupid cutscenes.
I
but
wonder-
just trying it on a harder difficulty, getting more coins to unlock more shit.
Do you know? Because you were looking at the trophies. Do you get a trophy for playing it as like? So when it makes you choose, you know, like what fighter you're going to play as, does it give you a trophy for completing it with both? At the end of like the campaign, because I know Injustice 2 does. You get a complete thing when you like do both. as different
No,
characters.
I don't think it has anything like that. What it does have is like one for each of the two fatalities, an overall fatality. The mercy ones. I don't even know how to do
Don't give
those.
mercy. Don't be a bitch.
And then brutalities. And then I think the other thing that it had was like certain level specific stuff.
That's fair.
I feel like there was something with some of the characters, but I'm not quite sure.
Dude, one of my favorite things in this is like accidental brutalities at the end of a match.
I kind of wish they'd bring
So
back
great.
babalities.
Or animalities. Animals would be sweet too.
Yeah, Animalities would be awesome too.
I did get.
Yeah, in Mortal Kombat, like the only one I saw in was Trilogy, like that I actually like searched for it. You can turn them into a baby at the end of the match, like you're like who you're fighting, and it's like drops down in like baby block letters. It says "Babality." It's awesome.
It's pretty sweet, dude.
I did get. I
You're
did
turning him
get.
into a chick.
No, you turn them into a baby.
I did get one.
And they try to
One.
walk and they like fall over and stuff. It's hilarious.
I think I only got one brutality, and it's weird because all I did was like uppercut the guy and I like split him in half.
Yeah, so like what it is there's a specific button you press when they're super low. I accidentally did with Aaron Black where I hit a guy and then my cousin I was playing, I hit him and then I shot and his head just explodes. And it's like, oh, you did it. You're like, oh, sweet, all right.
Yeah, I missed the old ones where it was like map specific,
Where it's
like
like a-
you'd play in the acid map and you have to like throw them into the acid.
And it's like a 10 it's like
Do
a
they
10
not
button
have
combo.
that in this
yeah.
ones?
I didn't
They didn't
find
have stage
any.
there's no stage fatalities in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
What?
That I've seen, and I think it's ridiculous too.
I think they had that in 10, didn't they? Because
Yeah,
like you could
10 and 9.
you still had the that one where you can like shove him into the tree and he like eats them.
Yeah.
I think this is the first Mortal Kombat that hasn't had stage fatalities.
What?
Because even the originals, you could kick them off their fucking like the walls and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the one where you uppercut them and they slam into the ceiling. And
Yeah,
they're
the
just like,
spikes.
oh,
yeah. There were a lot of them in
Remember
those
you
old
kicking
games.
someone off in the acid, their skull coming up all.
Yeah, they bubble up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was on Reptiles map in the old ones. Yeah, that was one of the things I kind of missed. And there's not as much. I don't know. There's not as much exploration to the game.
That's something I wish they would have brought in from Injustice 2. Which, I mean, was another Mortal Kombat is the map change. Like, if you, like, uppercutted someone through the wall or kicked them, it either fell in and took you to a new map, or, like, it just, you know what I mean? I miss that. That's
Yeah,
dope.
That is a
sweet.
really cool part of Injustice.
Yeah.
They do that.
The only thing that I have to say against that, though, is like one of the critiques I've seen of, I think it was, I can't remember what game it was, but they're like, oh, they gave us this and this in this earlier version, like in number 4, but then they couldn't bring it to number 5. And I was like, I think there's a lot to be said about a game having its own identity outside of its series.
Well, I mean,
that
that's
it's in,
something they did do in the in Trilogy, like in the original Mortal Kombat games. You know what I mean? And,
But like,
and I get what you're saying.
and I feel like Square
I
Enix
agree.
is failing at this a lot lately because they're like, oh, hey, look, you can do photos in 15. You have a guy that takes photos, and then Kingdom Hearts comes out, and it's like, oh, you got the music player and the photo thing, and then this and that and this and that and this and that. That's also in Final Fantasy 15, and it's like, cool. Neither game has its own identity now. They're just kind of like grabbing these cool ideas and bringing them every game and making it no longer a cool idea. Like, I like the idea of having a novelty thing, but with a fighting game, it doesn't really matter because the fucking map is like 30 by 30. So yeah, you could add something like that, and it wouldn't really hinder it necessarily, or even on just a couple maps, like a secret area, like they did in the new Doom, Doom 2016. You could secretly
Some of
find
those
old
maps have
levels.
an area you can kick someone into, and then you'd be fighting a new version of that map.
Not in this game, but
Not in this one,
the
but
last
others,
ones,
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was like, oh wow, that was fun. Like now we're in this area. But yeah, I don't know. I like because then those games still have that replay value even after the new one comes out. And so that's where it kind of adds.
See, that's what I liked.
I don't know. Like that is an idea for it, but also they also change up the roster for all the games every time. So that also is a reason to go back and play the older ones.
That's true, yeah.
And so just saying that, oh well, taking out like specific aspects of like how the game plays, I don't know. Because like it's really hard anyway to get those stage transitions. Like you don't just get them whenever.
you have to, like, do
you
a
have to
certain
like
hit, a
act.
certain-
Yeah, you have to like hit with a certain amount of power, like with them being in a certain position. Like it's not that easy to get. So.
I liked it with the over the top and like Injustice 2. Like there's one of the city ones where you just uppercut someone and they fucking hit a subway and the subway throws them across the map and they like run into a sign and they slam through a window and you're in a bar all of a sudden. Like I was like, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things, but
I mean that's really cool for superhero movies or games based off of superheroes because it happens in the movies all the time, where a fight gets ejected into a brand new location, same city, because of the power that's fighting there, and so that's pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah. There's some other games that do it too.
Yeah, I missed the stage ones though. That was the thing I loved
Stage
about the old
fatalities were
games.
sick.
Yeah.
There's some really cool ones.
it
Like
was-
that, the one where the tree eats somebody is my favorite one.
Yeah. That was in 10, right? Or was it 9?
That's been in all of them, I think.
I guess,
That stage has been in like
every
every single one. Yeah.
Oh,
They didn't
okay.
have it in this one though.
Yeah. they
Yeah,
don't-
yeah, not in this game.
Yeah.
Because I do remember doing it on the old ass ones. Yeah, that they would just fucking eat the dude if you like punched him into it or whatever.
You like throw him into it.
And
or
most of the time it was really easy because it was like uppercut and they'll fly off the platform into the acid, or they'll fly into the spikes, or they'll fly into this and that. And it was just like, oh, I wonder if this is one. And then you just do it, and they're like, holy shit, it was.
I wish they would have kept the original like sound though, just the dun 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 when you got the like the fatality. Like I missed the, I just missed that piano.
Yeah. What about the little like cry thing that they do every once in a while? They're like, whoopsie.
Oh, toasty.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's when the very, very first one on the Sega Genesis. Man, I used to love
On
that.
Trilogy, dude, that was fun on
What do
Trilogy.
you? Whenever he would have
Frosty.
that would happen every time you did the fucking split attack with
Johnny Cage, where you punch him in the butt.
balls.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Oh man, that would have been sweet if they had played that noise when he like punches Kano in the balls
Oh, that was sick.
in the cutscene.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like kind of taking itself seriously, but then you have like two Johnny Cages, so it's like
kind of taking itself seriously.
it's like how can you know? But that would have been fun.
This is a game that definitely shouldn't take itself seriously.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
is definitely they thrive. And some of the best characters have been made off of just
I
bullshit.
kind of wish they brought back some of those like joke fatalities. Like
Dude,
there's
I
one
want
that Scorpion has where he drops like one of the arcade cabinets of Mortal Kombat on
yeah.
somebody, and it's fucking awesome.
nice. Yeah.
There's no Bo Raicho with his throw up attack.
Yeah, Bo Raicho. Fuck, dude, I forgot about that
Yeah,
guy.
dude. Did a thing where just like you drink and just like vomit on the floor, and then like your guy would start slipping, and you just
Oh, I remember seeing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Wasn't he last in Deception?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's in 10, but not as a player.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Or
I'm-
9. It's one of them.
I'm going to give
I think it's
replayability
10.
a 10 as well. I think it's great. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot to keep coming back to, and I have since I finished it. So
I mean, it's even like you say it now. It's like that's one of the games I find like when I go to an arcade is one of the old Mortal Kombat cabinets. Like,
Yeah.
fighting games are just immortal.
yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
they're
Yeah,
just- they're fun.
They kind of are timeless. Like they're the only other things that you can almost compare it to is like Doom. It's just like there's something about these fighting games that it has a timeless feature to it. I mean, people still play super or turbo edition of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah,
all the
there's
time
like
in tournaments,
there's like the primal urge too. Like it really satisfies.
You feel like a badass when you like do something.
When you
yeah.
like do something, and then when your guys are like really low, both of you, and it only takes like one next hit to like beat the guy, and then you like manage to pull something bullshit off, or you're like really low and you just like pull off this bullshit combo and turn around with a win, and like that the adrenaline rush in that is just insane. And you like live for that.
I feel like not. I haven't met anyone who's had a bad memory. Like now it's just Mortal Kombat, but like Tekken or Street Fighter, any fighting game.
Yeah, like
I've
nobody
never
had-
met everyone to go fuck those games.
Yeah,
It's never been like
nobody's
that.
really had like a bad memory of playing fighting games because like you can't always lose.
I mean, when it comes to the Soul Calibur, that would fucking corrupt all your save data.
Yeah,
Okay, but I mean like.
but that was
fighting,
like
most were like just playing
the
with stuff,
save.
like, that, to me, that's what the fighting games are.
Yeah, the fighting games, it's just this you and your friend playing this fun little fucking game. And, like, I can't remember the laughter I had playing Soul Calibur and being Yoshimitsu and doing the pogo stick.
yeah,
attack.
the pogo stick is fucking
Dude,
sweet.
tears laughing so hard.
Yeah.
And then this is kind of the same.
And
I
then,
mean, again, this game is a little more serious.
Yeah, but the tears are
And then we got
because
that character creation in 6, and I made the
God,
fucking
dude.
big dongle dude, and then I started playing as Voldo,
that was
and I
another
like,
serious moment.
and I knocked you up in the air, and then I fucking slammed you with my crotch again, and all your clothes blew off.
that was funny. That was a good.
Oh man, I need to go.
We laughed for like hours
Please,
because
God,
of that
find
shit. Oh man,
The tears this time though are from how often Craig spams attacks.
Yeah.
Fucker, dude.
I played a Cetrion one time.
You spam Katana's fucking things too.
You know what? It's a really good move.
It's a mechanic in the game. If the game
you know
players
what?
didn't want you to use it, they wouldn't have put
I
it
was
in the
trying
game.
to see if I could double enhance that move,
fuck
and for
you.
some reason I couldn't do it.
It's
So
because
I
you
don't-
don't need to.
I don't think that one I can double enhance.
It already destroys.
Which one thing I like about this game is that you can double enhance some moves, like fucking the bicycle kick with Liu Kang, and it just goes on for like a fucking minute. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
First time I discovered that, I was laughing so hard. I was like, hey, Cam, you should try it. Oh man, it's some fucking great shit. And it's like, I love fighting games because of the endless replayability. Like even if they're like mediocre, fighting games, it's always something you can go back to and play with other people because like it's funny, like and it's fun just to beat on each other.
Well, then like, and even if one of your friends gets pissed off, you're laughing and your friend next to you's laughing. Like at the end of the day, like when you like,
It's
you know,
just like when you spam one move with Cetrion the whole
God,
time,
fuck
and then
off.
and then one of your friends just gets mad about it for the rest of the day.
it's gonna be the rest of forever. I'm gonna remember this forever.
All right, let's play Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I'll just spam one move the whole time with fucking Sentinel.
Or is it 4? What's the new one?
Infinite.
I haven't played Infinite.
Is
That's why I haven't played
the
it.
new one.
I'm gonna have to go pick that up.
It's not as good as 3. It's decent, but it's not as good as 3.
I mean, I still want to play the story because Ultron's one of the bad guys. Ultron and Sigma.
Yeah,
Right?
they
So,
fuse together. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I have to
So
play because
it's-
Ultron's my favorite villain.
Ultron Sigma or Sigma Ultron. I can't remember what the
Creative
bullshit name they come up with. Yeah, it's one of the two. But yeah, I gave it a 10 out of for replayability, just because like fighting games always have that level of replayability.
All right, so 10s across the board for replayability. Let's do like last final thoughts, and then we'll go through the scores. I think it's overall a pretty decent experience. I think it's kind of going to be seen as more of a comeback for the series because I know 10 isn't as appreciated as 9, although it sold more. And each game as we go along is becoming more and more popular, and I think they're doing a good job with like every few years they come out with one, like every 3 or so years.
It's starting to get its stride again.
I think that's probably about perfect. And I know we're in the world of DLC, but like in the fighting game, it doesn't really seem like a big deal because you don't have to get it.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But if it's a fun character, why not? Why not toss some extra
I do
money
miss
into
the
it?
unlocks though, which is why I kind of appreciated that beating the game gave you Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not that you
it's-
want to
it's
play as
not-
Frost.
Yeah,
but
not that you really want to play as Frost, but it's appreciated.
counts,
yeah.
yeah.
It's appreciated that you unlock that. Like
Yeah.
with the frickin' Injustice, they're like you could either buy Brainiac or you could just beat the game, and then we'll give you Brainiac.
Yeah.
Just don't give me the option. Let me beat the game.
Yeah,
Why should I buy a final boss?
yeah. I don't know.
But see, with you saying that too, I wasn't going to get the DLC, and then they announced Sindel and Spawn, and I was like, fuck, I have to buy the DLC.
Yeah.
Because I want to play as these two.
Spawn coming back is pretty sweet.
It
He
is.
hasn't been in one.
Well, he's been in
No.
other fighting games.
Has he?
Yeah, he was in Soul Calibur 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for Xbox.
Yeah.
Fair, but still, it's exciting. It's like
It
when you
is
guys help
pretty
win
sweet.
the
I am
it's
excited
like,
that
fuck,
Spawn is coming. I was like, who's going to be the guest characters? Because they've had guest characters in fighting games for a while now, and I
Oh,
always
yeah.
enjoy that. Like Geralt from Witcher 3 is in the new Soul Calibur 6. 2B is also in there. Freddy Krueger and Kratos from God of War were in Mortal Kombat 9.
10 was like
10
Predator
was
and Alien.
Predator and Alien.
And Leatherface.
And Leatherface. So they have some pretty sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger is really hard to
See,
play.
and like
as a
for me,
9.
like guest characters are cool, but it's always fun to get someone like, oh shit, I didn't know that person was gonna be in the game.
Yeah.
Like getting Quake in 10 was my favorite DLC character because I was like, oh shit, I didn't think I was gonna get Quake again, and you get Quake, and you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's why. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those games that really lends itself to that, but it doesn't feel excessive to me. I mean, I feel like I have enough characters to really get a good experience with the game before we start talking about buying DLC.
Right.
I know a lot of people whine about DLC being like, "Oh, they could have put this in the game, but they didn't because they wanted to make more money on the side." From what I've seen from this game, it doesn't really feel like that to me.
Yeah.
Probably for all the unlocks, but if you feel the need to do that, then I mean, the world's going to be a real rough
Sometimes
place for you.
it's sometimes it's kind of annoying when they're like, "Hey, you can pre-order and get Shao Kahn." It's like, okay, why not just put Shao Kahn in the game and make him an
He'll be
unlockable
$2
character?
later anyway.
He is. You can buy him. Yeah, you can now.
I think we were kind of talking about this last night about like unlocking characters too, and how fun it was like for our generation and like some of the older generation. That's what we had to do. Like playing what was it, Rogue Squadron for an N64 is you unlocked Hoth and you unlocked Death Star Trencher, and those are my favorite maps of those games. And now it's just this is how it's going to be because people are willing to pay it, and kids they just don't care. And I say kids like I'm an old person, but like they just don't fucking care. It's hey, I'm going to get this one. It's not like I'll beat 100 matches. You get.
It's one of the
Yeah.
things that I appreciated about the new Smash Bros. Is that you had to go through and unlock all the characters. You start out with like the original characters that were in the N64 version, and then you like have to go and play the game a bunch and then unlock all the characters. And I've always liked that they do that.
Yeah. I kind of wish there was more of that in Ultimate Alliance 3 instead of just showing up. Because you show up to an area and it's like, oh, hey, you're at Avengers Mansion. And so, like, for the one of the characters I just unlocked was a Wasp. And she's like, hey, I'm in the bedroom area getting attacked. Like, help me. And you're like, okay, like, that's cool. But I hate, like, when they just show up and like, oh, hey, here's fucking 3 people. Let's just throw these into your thing now. Like, I wish it'd be more unlockable like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would like.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's a pretty good game. I think you guys should pick it up. I think whoever wins next month's drawing should definitely choose this as the game that they get because we do have a show copy of it ready.
Yep.
I think it'd be a fun experience even if you're not really super into fighters.
And if you win the game, you can just spend the money you would have spent on the game on the DLC.
That's right, exactly. Then it's paid for. All right, so let's recap the scores. Gameplay. Craig and I gave it a 7. Cameron and Zach gave it a 6. Gameplay, 9s for everyone except for Craig, who gave it an 8. Sound and music, 7s across the board. Design and graphics, 9s except for Zach, who gave it a 10. Replayability, 10s across the board. 42 out of 50. Jesus. For myself, 41 out of 50 for Craig, 41 out of 50 for Cameron, and 42 out of 50 for Zach, and a combined total of 164 out of 200, which is like 88 out of 100. No, that's too high. It's going to be like 82, 83 and a half. Yeah, 83, whatever. It's an 83 out of 100 from Nude Clan. Let's see what it has on Metacritic, though. I think it's right around that, actually.
I think it is, yeah.
82
Yep.
out of 100 for Metacritic, so right on.
How was it
par.
85 out of 100 for Xbox One?
I don't know.
And 82 for PS4.
Who's NS?
Nintendo Switch.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah,
you
that
gave it a
makes
78.
sense. There's some lag. I played it a little bit on Switch, and there's some input lag. I think it's because the Joy-Cons are shitty.
Dude, you know what? I feel like the
Pro controller.
Joy-Con thing is... I feel like it might be a software issue. Because I have not had a single problem with my Joy-Con, and then I logged in yesterday to look at like my playtime to see if it had updated, and it was giving me the Joy-Con drift. It was like going to the side by itself, and I was like, I've never had this problem until today.
It's a hardware thing. There's sometimes, I guess for some of it, you can fix by recalibrating it, I've been told, but it doesn't fix all the problems. And so it's like half software, half hardware.
That's so dumb. Like,
Yeah, I haven't really noticed any issues like that until I started playing Cuphead, and I can swear it's the fucking Joy-Cons fucking me over in that game. Man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the Joy-Cons.
If you-
fault.
I'm sure it is. The Joy-Cons fucking
it's
you
a
over.
fucking Nintendo
Do you-
conspiracy.
yeah.
Do you like leave it
fucking
there and
Cuphead.
then it like starts doing something on its own?
Well, I could swear sometimes I'm not holding down, and when I hit the jump button, I still jump down and through the
Yeah.
platform instead of up
He-
the way I
he's-
wanted to go.
He's trying to be you,
You found a glitch?
but I believe it.
With the Joy-Cons, they do that.
I know now, because I fucking was trying to select... I was trying to select your profile to see, because you said you played it on Switch, and I wanted to see if they had like Switch achievements or anything. I guess you have to load the game up, so I
You would
wouldn't
have
been
to
able
be
to
in the game, yeah.
But I couldn't fucking get over to you because it was like fighting me the whole way, and I was like, "What the fuck? I've never had this." I played like 30 hours of Bayonetta on this fucking thing, 50 million hours of Cuphead, and now I'm in the menu and it's fucking up.
It's
What?
the left joystick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking dumb. I randomly. I don't know, man.
See, I just got the Pro controller for my Switch, and I fucking love it.
What is going on? Like, why is this game? Why is this console so shitty at like the Joy-Con thing? Like, why is this not exploding?
They don't
Why
have
isn't
they
that-
don't have an excuse either because the
I
fucking
guess
game's
Nintendo is
indestructible.
offering to fix the Joy-Cons for free now.
Yeah, but
You have
I've
to, like-
read
but
that
you have to like send them in.
I've read that people send them in and then it starts happening right away. Like again, it doesn't. There's no fixing it. Like
they'll fix it for like a second.
what?
Then you should just invest in a Switch Lite instead.
No, that's the worst idea anyone could ever have. Because it's just going to have Joy-Con drifting, and then you're going to have to replace the entire fucking console.
Oh, does it have a... It's not...
Yeah,
It doesn't have
Yeah.
removable Joy-Cons.
Oh.
So fucking dumb, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
you're just
think
going to
they
have to
could've- you don't
replace the
think they
whole
would've,
fucking thing.
fixed it by then?
No, there's no way, dude.
I wonder how high the failure rate is for
They
the
have...
Joy-Con.
It's the revenge for us bombing them in Nagasaki and shit. Like,
It's
fuck
possible
that.
for
Yeah.
the
Joy-Cons.
Pro controllers to have fucking drifting. Like, they haven't fixed the problem at all. And them coming out with
Wait,
the
the Pro
fucking...
controllers have drifting too?
Mhm.
Then it's
Jesus!
then it's the software problem.
It's a hardware problem, because, like, no matter what they make, it's awful.
Oh, dude, those little kids in those factories better fucking get it right, because I just spent so much money
I know,
on
seriously.
fucking Pro controller.
The Switches they're kind of pricey for what they are.
Yeah.
So it is kind of disappointing that they're...
Well, the Joy-Cons are
Malfunctioning.
fucking like, what, $70 for two?
Yeah, it's
Like,
ridiculous.
Jesus.
Although they are pretty good about input lag on the Joy-Con. I am impressed with them. But then again, it's like we have wireless controllers. We don't have any lag either. So, like, how much...
Yeah.
I can't suck their dicks that hard because PlayStation's been doing it. Yeah, PlayStation's been doing it since the PS3 in, like, 2004 or 5 or whatever. So, like, I'm not super impressed.
I kind of think it's their obsession with motion controls that's fucking over their Joy-Cons.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I hope they get it going though, because it's frustrating. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 11, pretty fucking good game. Pretty
Yeah.
good game. I think I might. So I've only beaten 3 games from this year. I think I would put this one above Devil May Cry 5, but not above Resident Evil 2. I don't know though. They're about on par. Yep.
Really?
Yeah. This game I think is more fun to play. Although there is some pretty good stuff in Devil May Cry, but I'm not going to play that again like I will play this
Well, I mean-
again.
Well, I mean, this definitely has more replayability.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Of course, there is, like, the Infinite Bloody Palace mode, so...
True. I'm not saying that DMC5 is much below it, but I think it's just below for the year for me. It's kind of sad how few games I've played that have come out this year. It's kind of disappointing, but...
It's because there's nothing that's super appealing that's come out yet.
Yeah, it's coming, though. They've got...
Next month.
Oh, it's the fucking, like, November is the fucking peak time.
Dude, next month, man. Borderlands 3.
Oh, I mean, that's
I'm so fucking
Borderlands
excited.
3.
So fucking excited.
I don't know how I feel about the Borderlands series as a whole. Like, every time I try and start them, like, I just stop eventually. Like,
Well, I
fucking
mean-
Schweiss and I were trying to play through 1, and we just never have, and I've restarted and tried to play through 2 with a bunch of people, like, 1,000 times, and same with pre-sequel, so... I don't know.
Fucking love it.
I
dude.
like the idea, but...
Love it. It's my
Yeah.
favorite game series, I think. I fucking love.
Really?
I love Borderlands.
But you got, like, let's see, fucking November's got that new Star Wars game coming, and then they got the fucking Pokemon games coming, and a few other things.
Yeah, I'm not buying either of those, but...
Fuck yeah, you are.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, you think you're going to make Pokemon win?
Fuck yeah.
Sure about that?
Yeah, we gotta play that fucking Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh, why?
And then eventually, when it comes out, Pokemon Togepi and Meryl, or whatever.
I can't wait for Doom and...
Doom Eternal, yeah, that one's October, I think.
Yeah, I still need to pre-order that. But I've got...
You gonna try and get the
Death Stranding.
Ultimate Edition?
Yeah, it's like sold out, though. I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Is it still sold out?
Yeah, it is.
There's no pre-orders anywhere? That's stupid.
Not that I've seen online, at least. But I don't mind just getting like a Steelbook edition of that. So
Yeah, Steelbook would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
As a substitute.
that's all I really need. I just love the Steelbooks. But I think that's gonna be it for this week, guys. So for the Hog League, I did something that was a kind of a hybrid, guys, of what we said before. I said that I'm going to take it back, so the teams that weren't supposed to face each other they'll face the right teams, but everyone's points that have been going in since that time, since I fucked up, I'm going to keep, and I'm going to combine all of the points, so they're going to have multiple weeks worth of points against other weeks. So that way, like, angry-ass black dude who spent, like, all last week beating, like, 26 games thinking it was the final round, all those points will still count in the final round. It's just not the final round yet.
So all of everyone's points in an accumulation of like 3 weeks are going to play against each other. And that's how I kind of decided to do it, like to make up for the fact that I fucked up and made one team lose when they wouldn't have lost normally, but also make it so that all of the points that everyone's been earning still counts towards the overall
Just need
goal.
a Steve Harvey clip for you.
Yeah, pretty much that's what's happening. And one of the teams barely lost too, and it was only because I faced them against the wrong fucking people, and that was like the number 2 team. So I was like, I'm gonna try this out. So guys, keep logging your hog. It does count. It will count towards the overall. I'm gonna do this week to let you guys catch up, and then next week we'll do the semifinals, and then we'll do the final round after that, and then we'll just restart and do like the draft, the hog league draft. So keep logging your stuff. It all is going to count. Think of this as both the semifinal and the final round. So do as much as you can this week and do as much as you can next week to fucking pull off the win. There's a lot of points flying around, and you never know how it's going to end up. But yeah, little games like Mortal Kombat 11, great way to get through the hog. Get some big points with these 4 or 5 hour campaigns. But yeah, I think that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and until next time,
Enjoy the dude.
Time to get good.
Finish him.
live always in the nude.
No!